Good evening, adventurers, and welcome to today's episode of Goodberry Cafe, which is the little warm cafe where everyone is welcome to come in and pull up a chair. Today, we're serving up a cup of inspiration, so I hope you'll come in and stay a while. My name is Jem, and I'll be your host for another evening at Goodberry Cafe. Here at Goodberry Cafe on the second Monday of the month, I invite some friends to join me in trying out new, weird, unique, and creative indie tabletop RPG games. This virtual cafe is meant to be a warm, safe, inviting space where my guests and I feel comfortable learning and stumbling our way through these fun games that we'll all try out together. We have some themed music tonight, so if you enjoy the music we have going on here, I highly recommend checking out the Songcraft bot. The Songcraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres, and 20 plus soundscape types, global game selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But using our referral link that we'll post in the chat, will get you $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. So all you need to do to get started is invite the Songcraft bot of your choosing to your server, and then just hit play and let Songcraft take over the rest. So this evening, we will be playing a GM-less game called The Final Girl from Gas Mask Games. The Final Girl is a horror movie role-playing game meant to emulate slashers or any other horror movie where the characters are picked off one by one. Until only one survives and remains to confront the killer, which the Final Girl trope is from. This game is about making your own horror movie with your friends and seeing who will survive until the end. So I'm so excited to make the best movie that we can for you tonight. I'll have the mods link the game in the chat. It's a pay what you want title on DriveThruRPG. So like usual, I will also try and talk through some of the rules as we play. But remember that we are all learning this game for the first time together, so have patience with us. Before we jump into the action, I want to introduce to you our guests in the cafe tonight. We're going to start with Finn. Can you introduce yourself and tell us your favorite horror movie?
Hi, everybody. I'm Finn Pearson. I'm an illustrator and TTRPG content creator. I do a lot of horror games, so this is very much my speed. Favorite horror film? I really like Midsummer. Midsummer's great. The Thing, and Dusk Till Dawn. They're top 3. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited. Midsummer is a trip. Kadjit, can you introduce yourself and your favorite horror movie?
Sure. My name is Kadjit. Nice to meet all of y'all. I'm a senior UX and UI designer in tech. Like, none of y'all care about that, but that's what I do for a living. I suppose way back in the day, I used to have a YouTube channel, maybe like 15, 16, 17 years ago. So you may have known me for an old meme that's probably still relevant today, which is, you ever saw an old scene from Dragon Ball Z where Nappa is asking Vegeta, hey, what does the scouter say about his power level? And then Vegeta's like, it's over 9,000 and crushes it. That's what I'm known for. But that was a very, very long time ago. So, my favorite horror movie. I actually don't watch a lot of horror, but I did watch Hellraiser recently, like the newest one, and that was very, very interesting, and I liked all the lore from it, so I'll pick that one.
Awesome. I haven't seen the newest one. And Nate, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Nate. I am a photographer out in Los Angeles. I do everything from portraits to fashion. I'm also occasionally a GM, which I can get more into that at the end of the session. And in terms of horror movies, that's a tough question because there's so many, so I'll do what Finn did. I'll say 3. The original Suspiria, which I love just because that is the weirdest Technicolor horror movie I've ever seen in my life. I love the original Halloween. I think that is a pitch-perfect slasher. And then Alien. Alien is probably just a perfect example of sci-fi and horror.
Agreed. And then a familiar face at this table, Adam, Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Adam. If you're a regular geek, you know me as Quell right now. But tonight I'm going to be the final girl. And as far as horror movies, original is probably Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Really left a mark on me as a child. And currently I'm not too much into horror, but Cabin in the Woods was great.
I was thinking that. So the original question that the game actually has you start off with is asking your favorite slasher film. But so me myself, I'm not. It's not that I don't like slasher films or horror. I just don't. I feel like I don't watch that many. I'm definitely more of like a sci-fi when I'm or like psychological horror person. So I was trying to think of like what's my favorite slasher film, and I was like, does Cabin in the Woods count? I feel like it does because I liked the sci-fi aspect of it. But awesome. Thank you all for joining me at the table. With that, I'm going to start explaining the rules to this game so we can get started. So, as I said, this game is going to be a collaborative storytelling game where we are going to try to tell a story, but also figure out which one of our characters becomes the final girl and the last one to survive the killer. So, the story consists of 3 parts. There's the premise, which is the premise consists of 3 parts. One is the killer. Who is the killer? Then what is the setting? In what world or what space is this killer attacking these people? And then who are our lovely cast of victims? So to create these victims, since we have 5 players, the game will have us come up with a number of characters each. So we're going to come up with 3 characters each today. And so unlike other games, we don't own the characters that we come up with. And we may, at multiple times during today's game, end up playing each other's characters, or like barely even playing the characters we came up with. It's more like we're coming up with a collaborative pool of characters together that we'll all pull from and improv from. So throughout the game, we all take turns rotating the responsibilities of playing a victim or playing the killer. So when we play one of those victims' characters, we step into that role and we're going to improv the hell out of it, describing what we're doing and what's going on around us. However, the one thing that we can't describe is our own death or another death, and that's where the killer comes in. So the killer is responsible for narrating their own movement and behaviors, as well as any NPCs that might come into the scene, in addition to any player deaths. So there's no real winning in this game, which is kind of weird. Instead, it's all about telling the best story and playing in the spirit of winning, is what the rulebook calls it, and really stepping into whatever role is given to us during our turn. So the game starts with 3 introduction scenes, and these are scenes in which it's like the beginning of the movie. We'll introduce the characters and no one dies. The introduction scenes also serve to provide the base of player relationships. So there are 3 types of relationships in the game. There's friendship, rivalry, and screwing. I love a game that has screwing as a mechanic. The relationships you form in game have to be mutual and consensual, which is important. So one person can't consider a relationship a friendship while the other one considers it a rivalry. They have to both agree, like, this is a friendship, and you mark that down. So over the course of the game, the relationships, much like real life, can also change and transform between the player characters. And when it comes to game mechanics, the relationships affect the game, as friendship lets you help someone else, rivalry lets you sabotage someone else, and screwing lets you do either. And so relationships can also help protect you from dying. So the fewer relationships a character has, the more likely they'll be chosen for a scene with the killer. And so after the introduction scenes, we jump into the meat and potatoes of the game, starting with First Blood, which is when we first introduce the killer. And from there, I'm gonna actually let our gameplay tell the rest of the rules, because I feel like it's gonna be ridiculous, and you'll catch on as we go. All right. So to choose our first job as the narrators of this story is to determine our killer and our setting. So the way you play this game is with a deck of cards. We have a virtual deck of cards open on our computers. It's not a very exciting thing, so I'm not showing it on stream, but the deck of cards is going to be how we determine who lives and who dies, and a couple random things that come up in the game. So to pick our killer and our setting, I'm going to use a card. And I got a 6 of hearts. And there's a table at the end of this rule book that shows you a couple of example settings. So the setting that I got is the characters are all vampires who are being hunted by a human.
That's cool.
Is that
I
what?
love it.
Yeah.
I love
like
it.
Oh, I
imagine
like,
we're all Muppets, and then we have the one human.
Like that episode
if any of
Angel where he was
all of
on-
y'all Castlevania fans, there's like the one Belmont going through the castle.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I think we have our premise. We have our killer and our setting. So
So
next
really
we have to
fun.
cast it. I love it. So we are going to be writing our characters. So we're going to take a moment to write our characters. We each have 3 characters to write, and the characters is very simple. You don't write like a fully built out character. All you come up with is a name, an adjective, and a noun, and we write it on an index card. And so for our version of index cards, we made a little Google Slides presentation so we can all see everyone's cards since we're not physically in person. So I'm going to take a moment for all of us to write our 3 characters each.
I will call slides 10, 11, and 12. How about that?
Oh,
Cool.
that's smart. Wait.
I've got
Okay.
I saw someone's on 15. So I was gonna do 13, 14, 15. I was like, someone's already on 15. So
1, 2, and 3.
okay.
4, 5, and
7,
6.
8, 9.
What does that
Um,
leave me? I'll just do the ones that are left.
Also, so to keep this not super boring while everyone's writing, chat, if you have any ideas on vampire characters we should throw in, type it in, and I will use them in my 3.
The thing I'm going through is how ridiculous of a name should it be? Because
Yeah.
of our vampire.
Is anyone doing 7, 8, 9? Who's doing 7?
Yeah,
8, 9?
yeah. I'm doing that one.
You are. Okay. Jim's 1, 2, 3. Who's 4, 5, 6?
I took 4, 5, 6.
Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. 9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11. Wait a minute.
9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11.
I'm 10, 11, 12 because someone needs to be 13,
Yeah.
14, 15. So math is a little wrong here. 'Cause I'm
Yeah, 7, 8,
I was
9,
like, what?
got- There's names on the
7,
bottom
8,
if you look
9.
at the
There
Google
was.
Notes.
Okay, so who's doing 13, 14, 15?
9. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm 10, 11, 12.
Then I'll take 13, 14, 15. Right?
Alright. Oh. I have a good one.
And then,
Oh.
oh wait, what is it?
And make it funny. If you want. Doesn't have to be totally
Oh, I got
serious.
some good ones coming in.
Okay, honestly, I'm gonna take this one from chat.
Which one?
Count Chocula is very good.
Wow.
I am gonna take Count Chocula. Very good.
Do we want? So this is something that came from just a different roleplay group that I just want to throw out there. Do we want to put some kind of limit on cultural references? You know, because I feel like
Yeah.
things might, you might not understand a reference, and sometimes the improv spirit gets hampered by, oh, the character's name is Rick Sanchez, the drunk scientist, and then there's not a lot of creativity there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Count Chocula is
I
fine
like
though.
Oh,
I'm just wondering if we want to put some kind of limit on that.
I'm done.
So far- okay. So far, I have 2 pop references and then 1 that I'm making right now. So I took Count Chocula and Matthew Lillard. Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Nice.
Matthew
idea what that
Lillard. He was in Scream. He was in he was in Scream. He was like in the 90s. He was also in
We do.
Scream.
Scooby-Doo.
So,
Scooby-Doo.
are you
Yeah, he was
played
Shaggy
by,
in Scooby Doo.
Yeah, he's
I
been
would
the
not
voice of
recognize
Shaggy for
any
a long
reference to
time.
this person.
Are you
Okay.
played by Matthew Willard or are you him?
You are him.
Nice.
You're the actor.
Oh
You're the
god.
entire Matthew Lillard.
I
Awesome.
don't think I would understand any of the Matthew jokes, but that's
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
I can
Serial
do it. I
killer.
can do a different one if we all want things that yeah, because like if you wanted Matthew Lillard and then you had, you know what I mean. So I can also do
the only
other-
reason that suggestion was in a different group is because sometimes this happens where someone fully does not understand the reference, and there can be several 15-minute, 30-minute stretches of, okay, I still don't have no idea who this person is, but maybe it's funny. I don't know. I don't know what a Matthew impression is, so.
I'm down with skipping that one.
You want to skip it? Okay, I'll do.
Yeah.
Let's try.
I'm stuck on my third
doing-
one. All right, chat. Let's go. Funny.
Yeah, I like the ones chats are coming. Scooby Doo is funny. That's funny. I like that one. Count Chocula.
Buffy.
Buffy's funny.
That's
I like
Yeah,
that one.
I went with Buffy, but I'm more like was a vampire slayer, became a vampire, Q identity crisis.
But
Nice.
Nicula, very good.
Um,
Lestat.
Yeah, I did. I did
Okay.
include a non-vampire. Is that okay?
ooh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Sure.
feel like that makes sense.
I
yeah.
put the vampire hunter's former partner, who's recently bitten. So
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
I'm having the hardest time with my actual vampire.
All right, I've got my 3. I...
Mhm.
so while we're writing, should
Mhm.
we?
I got one more.
No. Okay. I answered my question in my head. We're not going to introduce these characters to the audience until they come up.
Mhm.
I'm reading through. All of yours are so good. And we do not have any overlap whatsoever yet, which is good.
Let's see.
Wish we all had vampire teeth now.
Don't tempt me. Pull it out. I am wearing a very fitting necklace for this.
And I got Vampire the Masquerade dice right in front of me. So.
Jenny. Nice. Oh, yeah.
It's a very long title that I'm making. I'm sorry.
I love it. I can see it.
Yeah.
I love
so
this.
good. Oh man. I love our cast of characters.
That is an amazing title.
I'll just put the one letter so that it's not gendered. There we go.
Bill. Oh, nice.
I love that.
Nice.
All right, I think I'm good. I'm good.
Whoa,
I got it.
Wolfgang. Cool.
Oh, was I supposed to type it in the subtitle? Dang it. Whatever.
I like it the way
Yeah, I like it better.
um,
Identity crisis world.
are we all good?
These are fun. I like these a lot.
Is
Yeah.
everyone familiar with all of these?
These are great. All right.
These
Cool.
are very great.
It's good
Okay.
humor. Despite being a horror game.
I am excited. All right, so now that we have our cast, we move on to our first introduction scene. So the way introduction scenes work, I'm pulling up the rule book right now, so I know what I'm talking about. The introduction scenes, nobody dies. It's free role play, so it's just the characters talking and interacting. So at the beginning of each scene, one player will be responsible for framing the scene, saying where we are and what's going on, and ending the scene. So we're going to do a draw card, and the player with the highest card draw will take that role. So if you're responsible for framing a scene, you will establish the details. What are the characters doing? What is the scene about? And in the rulebook, it gives you some ideas. And in each introduction scene, everyone will be playing a character. So starting with the player who's framing the scene, each player will select one of the characters from our character pool, and we proceed one by one in an order that I'll determine since we're not physically at a table. But once everyone has a character, we're going to start playing the scene. And it's not required for every character to show up during the introduction scenes. So the player who kicks off the scene will then determine when the scene ends. So whoever is doing that, use your judgment. And just declare that it's the end of the scene, and we'll move on to the next introduction scene. We have 3 of these introduction scenes. The killer doesn't kill anyone in the introduction scenes. You can hint at the killer, or maybe have them show up or lurk in the shadows, but nobody can die. And after that, we are jumping into First Blood. But for now, introduction scene number 1. Let's figure out who is there. So is everyone in the digital card thing?
Yes.
All right. Draw a card for yourself.
I took mine, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, where am
Actually,
I?
because I had the 6 out
Everyone-
already. Hold on. Do you mind if I refresh it since I had the 6 out already?
Yeah, I think you have to click
That's
and
my
drag
card.
it into your hand. Like if you want it to be a secret, I think you have to click and drag it into your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm going to refresh just because we had the 6 out already, so you're going to have to draw again.
Okay.
Oh.
Unless you don't want to. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
All right. Now draw.
I did it.
Did it?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
My card disappeared.
What
not
happened?
nearly as
I
good.
knew what it was. I know what my card was.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
too.
Should I just grab another one? I'm gonna grab another card now.
Yeah, me too. All right.
Okay.
Wait, what is happening? Is somebody pressing like new hand? We're figuring out this digital card thing, but I lost my card twice now.
Oh.
All right.
We did
Does
it.
everyone have a card?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Put it on the table.
How do I do that? Oh, okay.
And what are we determining right now? I forget.
Who
Who's
goes first?
describing the scene?
Starts. Yeah.
Oh, who's the
Who's
who's
starting?
Dang. Are aces high or low?
Oh,
In
they're
my
high.
hand,
Ah,
yeah. Ace is high, deuce is low, bloody beats black, stabby beats round.
All right.
It's from
That
the
means
rulebook.
Kadget, you go first in describing setting the scene and
Oh.
choosing what character you'll play.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay. So just doing the scene. So am I doing it from the perspective of like, dude? I only read the 30 minutes before this.
we're here to help.
Right. So how do I set the scene? Like I have to the killer establishes, so does this make me the killer then?
No.
No, or am I
You're
missing the
this
part
is
here?
intro scene
The
number 1.
introduction.
So you're gonna be like, yeah. The characters are that, and we all have to figure out how our characters will fit into the scene that you're making.
I see. So am I
So-
playing a character? So I'm basically like GMing the scene and everyone else plays the characters, or
You still will play a character, but you're GMing the setting of the scene. So, and you're deciding when it ends. So, if you look in the, do you have the rulebook open?
I do have the rulebook open. It is quite a lengthy, several paragraphs
Yeah.
to read. Here.
if you look at page 10 at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
it has some like examples of what setting the scene is like.
Okay. Let's see.
But in our case, remember that we are vampires and our killer is a human.
I see. Okay. Vampires, and then. And am I the one that starts with introducing like one of the selected characters, or do I leave that to you guys while I set the scene?
You have to pick which character that you're gonna be as well in this scene. So you can introduce the character that you're gonna be and where you are, and then we'll pepper in.
Okay. Well, I need to look over all the characters then. I did look over them briefly, but I didn't like decide. I didn't realize for some reason I thought this was like random. I didn't know I was actually choosing. So let's see. We have. Okay, these are pretty good. Okay, so let's see. Give me a moment. Just wanna. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna stand up. Give me a sec. I didn't realize I would be doing this, you know. But I'll do my best. But I do want to stand up. Yeah, I have a nice home office here. Please appreciate my double motor, standing desk. Okay. So let's start the scene. Let me think about this. I think I know what I'm doing. The camera pans throughout in the woods. You see just normal woods, but it's spooky and mysterious. It's very dark. Somewhere around, I would say, midnight. It's a glorious full moon in the sky that illuminates into a clearing where you will see something that doesn't belong here. Something that is not ancient. You would feel it's ancient, but it's actually quite well developed. It's very pristine, even though it's made out of stone. There's a whole castle slightly floating above the ground inside the middle of this clearing in the forest. And inside this castle, or rather, to get to the castle, there's a winding staircase that is held up by levitating rocks underneath the base of each of the stone. And there's erected at the end of the staircases giant wooden doors that you'd expect out of a fantasy castle. And at the start of this, at the end of these staircases, there's a lone man walking up it, holding some kind of parcel. And this man comes straight up to the castle, sees the giant wooden doors. He notices it's actually a little compartment to the side of the wooden door that has a little compartment that he can open and has a little tiny handle that allows him to knock on the door. And so he takes that handle and he knocks on the door. And then he looks at his phone and he realizes he lost his GPS signal a while ago. He's like, ah, shit! I have the wrong address! Well, I have no idea where I'm supposed to deliver this pizza. So I think I'm gonna deliver this pizza here. Hello? This man, of course, is Antonio. A New York pizza shop owner that loves garlic who delivered to the wrong house.
Yes. And Nate, go ahead and choose your character.
You hear the knocking on the door.
Give me a second, because I'm changing it right now, because that was so good. During the knocking on the door opens. Like that sort of slow horror movie style open where it's just that like type of noise that you're just like, okay, this is just atypical. What? Just give into it. The person you see is Weeby, very anime-y.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And they just look at you like, can I help you?
Antonio looks at his Grubhub app. Are you Deborah? I have a pizza for Deborah.
No, my name's Jeff. That doesn't. I hope that doesn't have garlic on it, right? Please.
Oh no, it's covered in it. It's absolutely covered in it. Hey, what's wrong with that? Hey, I noticed you got something. I got a thing on my neck too. What's that about?
When you say it does have garlic, it's an immediate. It's like, sorry, reflexive. Still getting used to it. Just a reaction. Couldn't help it.
What do you mean? What's wrong with garlic?
I mean, it's a particular taste, not my type of thing. If you want to
Oh,
come
okay,
in,
you got one of those.
you can.
You got the weird genes that make you make cilantro taste bad and also garlic sometimes.
Oh, buddy, you have no idea.
I don't.
But you can come inside and find out if you like.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. That's actually the wrong address. I'm just trying to offload this pizza onto someone because I don't want to get dinged.
But the door fully.
Antonio walks inside.
And at that moment, from inside the castle down the stairs will be a young girl with blonde hair, holding her phone out like this. Jeff, who's at the door? I'm on live, just so you know. Don't be gross.
Does that even show your reflection? Like, can you even go live?
My followers can see me. I don't understand technology, but it works. Ew, it smells.
I know.
Yeah, it's covered in garlic. It's great. Hey, are you Deborah? You look like a Deborah. I think I can offload this pizza to you.
Ew, no, get away from me. I'm Jenny. Don't you know? Jenny the V.
Oh, from the block? Oh, I gotcha.
No.
I used to watch that back in the day. I really like MTV, and we could say that, right? I actually don't know how much branded things we could say on this.
Farewell.
Jeff just looks at Jenny like, either this is a midnight snack or a very bad mistake I made.
Adam, your turn.
Okay, cool. At that moment, hurrying down the hallway, sweating, and running towards that garlicky pizza is Buggy, the vampire thrall, who is just like, the typical, has one bug on him all the time so he can eat it later kind of thing. And very emaciated, but running as fast as he can. And he just throws the garlic pizza out of the door, and he's like, "You fool!
Hey, you pay for that?
No one will pay for that. Who asked for it?"
A person named Deborah who's standing right over here, right? This person here, Deborah Jenny, DJ over here.
Don't talk to Jenny that way. I am one of her followers.
Oh.
Buggy is the number one fan.
So you watch them TV also?
Well, of course. And he takes the bug and eats it.
Then your turn.
You like that? Is that tasty?
Better than what you brought here for my masters.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I actually own a pizza shop, and I'm just trying to get good reviews. That's why I'm gonna pretend you guys are actually, I'm on Grubhub and also Yelp. I don't want people to rate me down, so I need to deliver this pizza to you guys. Is kind of how this works. But because I own the pizza shop, would you like to see bugs order pizza in the future. I could probably do that for you.
Customer service. I love it.
Antonio picks up the
What
pizza
is the name of your pizza shop again?
It's called Antonio's Pizza Pazza. We do pasta also. I can put the buns in the pasta.
Pizza
Oh, I do
That was
love
my
a good
next
pasta.
question.
Pizza. Oh my god.
All right, and Buggy is just gonna eye his masters to make sure that they have no ill effects from the garlicky nonsense that was brought to the door.
All right, Finn, your entrance.
Okay. Farting through the mist, galloping on a horse. Almost this beautiful black steed coming up the hilltop to this castle. You see a man with beautiful mutton chops, beautiful little hat, wide brim hat, and a little like a bowler tie. He ties the horse off to a wrought iron gate that is very mysterious looking. As he passes by, he like pats a gargoyle for good luck, and he walks up the steps, meeting this group. You all, my car broke down a few miles back. I was hoping I could come in, make a phone call, see if I can get. Is that garlic pizza? That's
Oh, it
just
sure is.
on this
extra
beautiful porch that just sprayed all over here.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
a-
it is. It's garlic pizza with garlic sauce on garlic bread. There's no cheese.
Dude, listen, that's gonna take a lot to get out of this porch.
Well, if
give
somebody
some
didn't
elbow
put my
grease.
pizza and my merchandise all over the porch, I don't think we would have that problem.
Well, I mean, back in the Civil War, not saying I was back in the Civil War. I'm just saying, can I use your phone? As this is Bill, your sweet Southern Belle vampire.
Don't, there's a few of us that have phone. Here's the thing. Hey, Jenny, you want to give him your phone?
No.
Okay, well, you can borrow mine,
we
Oh.
we also have, if you like your tech a little old, we have a rotary dial all the way down that hallway.
Well, I haven't seen one of those since like the 70s. I mean,
know.
and you see this man looks great. He's not that old. He's like, oh,
Just
I
kind
mean,
of
my
stands there and
grandmother.
then looks down. Yeah, Jeff looks at you,
Yeah.
how you're dressed, looks down, is like, God, I need to dress better. Yeah, if you follow me, I can show you where the phone is down the hallway if you like.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, thank you. And Bill will walk towards the door. Actually, he stops. Oh,
Right. You're welcomed in.
that's just a custom. It's just nice to be invited places to make sure consent's important. Okay, I had look, and he'll walk through.
Hey, you should get yourself a smartphone. Like, if you're on an app, like I have tried to deliver a pizza, you're technically, according to the TOS, you're actually being invited to the location.
That is interesting. That's a good way to think about it. You're right. You are being invited to. I don't think too much about that. I see you walking through.
Hey, Buggy. Buggy.
Yes,
Thank you for taking care of that garlic.
of course. Would you like me to wash it off the porch?
Yes, please. You're my #1 fan. Are we friends, Buggy?
Oh, yes, of course. I would like to think I'm friends with you all. Except you,
You're welcome.
pizza man.
Is there
Are we
like a
supposed to
limit?
start
Is
putting-
there a limit to how many relationships you can have, or is it just you
No.
just do them? That's appropriate. I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
both people have to agree that that's a relationship. Yeah.
Nice, and then Buggy's gonna start meticulously cleaning the garlic pizza off the porch.
We don't mop and bucket.
I'd probably show Bill where the phone is. And it's like the most typical red rotary dial phone you've ever seen in your life. It's
Oh.
like it came out of the
You would-
50s. It's just like, it
Oh.
doesn't feel like it fits this setting at all whatsoever.
Is this your establishment? Do you live here?
I'm very new. And when you look at him, they're like dressed wearing like a Vampire Hunter D t-shirt. They have on like the most hot topic-y pants you could think of. Their hair is bright blue. Like, I'm still kind of trying to figure all this out, but yeah, I'm still new to this area.
That's fair. As someone who's moved around a lot in my time, be nice, offer help. This rotary's gorgeous. I didn't know if he did restorations. My grandfather did a lot of restorations, so I understand a good, he's gonna dial. He's gonna let ring.
I didn't technically do it, but yeah.
As he's kind of like talking to you. Well, that's kind of weird. It doesn't dial. It doesn't ring. Do you not have what do you call it? Cell service? Is that what the kids call it? Cell service?
Oh, right.
Rotary
Wouldn't
dial.
really be a thing with the rotary dial, would it?
No.
detail.
So is there like a landline, or there's not really a land for this place to have a line through it? So I
We're
didn't
kind
know
of
how you.
floating a little bit when you think about
I
it
could
in terms
tell.
of land. So technically
Yeah.
it's kind of land, but not really land.
Yeah,
It reminds me
that's
of this show, and they just go immediately on a tangent about like Castlevania.
interested. Well, the phone doesn't work, and that's fine. Maybe I
think
can
Antonio
go.
will come over also. I try to help you with your phone situation. Oh, hey, I heard you guys talking about this like phone and like service and stuff. I actually know quite a lot about technology. As a business owner, it's like very important for my business that I like set things up. So you can actually borrow my phone. My phone, it's an Apple phone 1. I got it when it was the newest hottest thing. I make sure I run my entire business on it. So he like hands you this phone. You can make your phone call on this, except it's like super slow. It's like it takes forever to like do everything. There's like a million apps on that. You could like can't even figure out like how to get to things.
Wow, you
Why do
got a bird and it jumps. Wild.
Oh, that one? Oh, dude. I spent hours on that one, yo. That guy
Whoa,
like
that's-
disappeared himself. It's actually a wild story. And all.
Wow. Wow. So, someone with my intellect, this looks not very complicated. However, if you were to dial on here for a friend, how would you go about doing that?
Oh, for a friend? Oh, easy. He goes to his contacts. It takes like 2 minutes to load it. And then he goes to his, like, specifically a starred, like, friend list. Yeah, this is how you dial for friends.
Cool, perfect, great. Well, he's gonna try it, and he's just gonna end it. Well, it didn't work. So thank you. Do you have a restroom that I can maybe? I mean, this place is gorgeous. Also, I love antiques. I love restoration. So maybe if you wanted to have a tour of what this place looks like.
Sure. For bathroom, and I just point to a door opposite. It's like the one with the gargoyle on top. Like you can't miss it. It's like this tiny little
That's
gargoyle of like a
interesting.
display on top of like the door frame.
Hmm. Are you the only ones here with no service
Okay, the player who...
in a mile radius?
Jeff just goes, "No."
I'll yell from the couch. No, some of us come in and out as we please. We're kind of like a club.
A club? Club of
Yeah.
club of. Usually, a club you have to have a one thing that ties you all together.
Well, we're kind of like a family.
I think I know what it is. Some of us have this weird thing on there's this thing on my neck, it's been really bothering me. I don't know what that shit's about, but I noticed a lot of us have it, except for Buggy over here. I don't know what's up with you, dude. I don't see it on you.
Nice. And as he brings up Buggy, you realize that Buggy's like right behind Bill, like making a motion, like being like just fight him.
You're hungry. You all like pizza. You all.
Oh, he doesn't have dental insurance. Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Huh.
We have a
Well,
great plan.
it's lovely to meet all of you fellow humans as well. I was under the impression that I would be feasting tonight, but it appears that is not the case. And I can tell that we all have a common situation. I mean,
Okay.
you watch Gogo.
Yeah, just like
See, the player who kicked off. Okay, I'm just like trying to figure out how do you actually end this scene, because we could just do this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when do we,
I think you just
we're
ended
gonna
do we
take out a
form
hand
relations
here.
during all of this?
Huh?
Do we form relations during this, or is there like a phase like after the scene that we form the relationships?
During this, but after, I guess we can do like a. Do you feel like we were formed a friendship just to make sure we're all on the same page?
Like
We're making
maybe?
it like this doesn't. This is made up as we're making up how we're going to interpret these rules as we go. So
I see. So the player who kicked off the scene determines when the scene ends. Oh, that's a B. User feels like we're getting dull. Nothing's happening. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So I guess I could. I'll do something. So as we're all talking to each other, as we're all trying to figure out what the heck's going on with all of our bites and non-bites, or whatever's going on with our deck, it seems everyone's kind of confused, but something has drawn us all to this one location in this weird castle that for some reason we're not really questioning that exists. And inside, where we've gathered in this sort of the entryway to this giant castle, there's this kind of double staircase thing that goes with like a chandelier on top. It looks like it's almost like a place where something's supposed to happen. And a big circle appears on the ground in that area underneath the chandelier. And a magic circle appears and glows. And a figure, a giant head, projects itself. And it blows out all the candles in the castle, closes the door, and it's time for you to know what's going on. And this person talks to you all and says, "It is I." I don't have a good name for himself yet. I have a couple of
it is I.
It is I.
it is I.
It is I! It is I! Vix, the Master Vampire! And I have gathered all you here, for my resurrection is nigh. However, there was an interloper who was trying to stop the ritual. And they are on their way here now. You must stop this person, for it'll end my resurrection. That is all! He comes back. You're all vampires, by the way. Except for that guy. He's not. Just wanted to throw that out there. I've gathered you here because I needed like an army of other vampires who are like lesser than me to defend me from the person who's coming to stop my ritual, and that is your job. That is all.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then Buggy's gonna hold up his little hand mirror in front of everybody and be like,
Oh, that took me way too long to figure out.
Hey, how come you can see your reflection? That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, mine? Because I am not worthy to be without a reflection.
Oh, feels bad, man.
Don't say that about yourself. I think you're more than worthy.
Uh,
Oh, good to know.
I agree.
Hey,
Good self-esteem goes a long way.
you might not like garlic, and you may have destroyed my pizza, but you gave me a new product idea. I think that's what. Hey, did anyone sign up for this? Like this whole defending this dude?
No, I honestly, my car broke down, and I thought that you were all human. I was gonna just feed and kill all of you. That's usually what I do.
You're in the wrong area for that, sadly.
I could tell.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I guess it's already vampire. Oh well, there is that dude.
Antonio, are you sure you're a vampire? You're giving people garlic pizza. You could be the interloper.
Me?
Bill
I don't
points a
think it's
finger.
me. What?
Interloper.
I'm the interloper. What? No, I just own the pizzas. I pull up my Yelp. You see, that's my pizza shop right there, Antonio's Pizza Pasta, right? Like, sorry, I don't have very good service. It took like 3 minutes for it to come up, but I'm legitimately here with. I can't believe the rest of you don't like garlic. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh shit, we're all vampires now. No wonder I didn't. It didn't. Hold on, give me 1 second. Antonio goes to like the porch where you're like cleaning it up, like it's like a little bit of bleach on the floor, but he still wants to taste the pizza. I gotta find out. Garlic's like my favorite thing. So like Antonio takes a taste of it. Oh, what the fuck was that? Did I just hiss at my favorite food? Oh my god! Does anyone know what's going on other than that giant disembodied head that we just listened to? Like. What does it actually mean to be a vampire? I kind of don't want to do this. Do you guys want to sit here and defend this dude from whatever this interloper is?
No, but my followers are loving this drama.
Are you like online all the time? Does it ever stop? What do the kids say? Live? Are you live right now?
Yeah. And I do
All the
sleep
time.
streams now, so like maybe it doesn't stop. Yeah. Ever since I became a vampire, like my followers just skyrocketed.
Oh wow.
Vampires are cool. So that's probably, I mean, yeah, they go a
I
little
don't
bit. It's a
think that's
vampire.
They don't like garlic. Okay, that seems pretty lame to me. Garlic's pretty good for your health. You should all be eating
is.
garlic. Well, I guess we shouldn't be. Actually, no, that's not true anymore. Don't listen to my advice. I just tested it, and it isn't it. I mean, you could do like a garlic eating challenge on your stream, though. That'd be kind of funny.
Not bad.
Do we keep playing these characters, or do we introduce the other? It's just us all the time.
So
I see. I'm having a midlife crisis.
after this scene ends, we'll figure out if there were like relationships built, and then we'll go to the next intro scene playing different characters.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do we introduce the killer right now?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
But are you ready to end this scene?
Yeah.
You are the master.
Yeah, but I feel like I would have to like introduce the killer. I think like.
Well, there's 3 intro scenes, so the killer can be introduced in
we
any
have
of
to
them.
go through more than just these characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we go through the list that we created
Whole
3
list, yep.
times.
Okay, so I'll end the scene then. All right.
Oh.
So we've all are
Yeah.
So all of us in this hallway are debating what we actually want to do. Some of you, I guess, yeah, us. Some of us feel like it might be duty as a vampire. Some of us didn't really sign up for this. We're just kind of finding out. Some of us don't really care. And I suppose it's up to us to decide where our loyalties lie. Are we really here to defend this random dude? Because there's someone here to kind of annihilate vampires and this dude's ritual. Like, that includes us. Like, so it's something for our cast to ponder upon. And so then, as they ponder upon this, camera pans out, we still see the castle, and it transitions to the next scene, I suppose.
And to wrap up that scene, I liked your idea of like having like a in between scene, just figuring out if we were on the same page. I think Buggy, you and I formed a friendship.
Awesome. Cool.
I don't think Jenny formed anything with anyone else, but I could be convinced otherwise.
Jenny.
Do we go through all the characters and then do the relationships?
I
That's a
don't know.
good
Let's figure.
question. Because like I don't know,
Question.
because we have to play the characters, so it'd be like difficult to have them interact until people like die, right?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I feel like in a scene you should only be able to get like 1 or 2 relationships at a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I would
I've got
say-
friendship with Buggy.
I think
anyone
I
else?
was gonna say with Bill, if Bill's up for just the
Yeah.
fact that I showed the rotary phone.
do you have more
Yeah.
than one friendship?
Friendship from old tech. Hey.
I think
Like,
yeah, you can
think
have
someone
more than one.
friendship? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like Antonio learned some new product. Like even though you destroyed his pizza, like
Mhm.
I don't know. Well, screwing implies. I don't think that we would have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he formed a strange friendship with Buggy because hey, you know, Bugs on Pizza might be a good idea. You know, he's always trying to figure out how to like enhance his business.
All right. I'll accept.
Buggy's gonna
I'll
be the
accept
final
that.
girl.
He will be the final girl.
That would be
Maybe
funny,
it's
actually.
awesome.
What do you think about like that? You know what your character wants. Okay, so what do we do from here?
All right. The next scene, Nate, you are next in line to be the scene master. So you set the scene, choose your character, and then we'll all choose new characters to play in this scene.
Okay, because we said this was a castle, and this is the first thing that came to mind.
It doesn't have to
Uh,
be the same scene.
Oh,
This
it
could be
doesn't?
like in a city nearby or at a party.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Okay, that's more interesting then. Okay, because I was almost going to set it in the same location, but I like that.
You can.
Not in the floating castle, even though the floating castle looks amazing and has dramatic moonlight hitting it, making it shadowed out, just exactly as it should be. The most picture perfect thing of like typical fall Halloween vibe possible. On ground level, there is a much smaller building, and inside we zoom in on group of people just kind of sitting around, lounging around. The main one I'm going to focus in on is they have like kind of platinum blonde hair. They're wearing a very extravagant, like just red jumpsuit. They're just kind of fiddling around on their phone as like a fireplace is just crackling near them. And they're just taking a moment to just kind of look over their nails, look at their phone, just look back at their nails, and they just look at the room around them like, God damn, am I freaking bored right now? And this would be Delilah. Who's just looking at everyone like, well, are we gonna do something or not? I don't want to make every decision tonight.
Maybe what is Delilah's title for the chat? Because I don't think they could see these slides, right?
For the title,
No,
The
I can't.
Heiress of a Vampire Fortune.
Yes.
Or as I'm looking at, very boss lady vibes.
I'm next to introduce a character, but I know I have to rethink of where I was going with that.
I like the visual that is there is this gorgeous floating castle. Then on ground level, there's just a regular building next to it.
And that's where the rich vampire.
It's like floating castles. That's so last century.
Yeah. I'm over it. I'm more
I'm
grounded.
over it. I like ground level. If I want to fly, I can fly later.
So sitting on the floor in the room, their back against the wall, a leg up. There's a girl with short, black hair with a white streak of bangs. and she's wearing a tank top, very fitted. She's like got some muscle on her. She's sitting there flicking a butterfly knife. And she looks up at Delilah, being like, "You make decisions. I feel like you've never even lifted a finger." And this is Rivet, the hot, badass, short hair Michelle Rodriguez chick who only wears tank tops.
Delilah looks at you, just that butterfly knife, just flicking it. Maybe you throw it up in the air, even catch it perfectly every time. It's like, well, isn't that the beauty of being in charge? All I have to do is lift a finger, and that's all I have to do.
Adam, you're next.
Okay.
But at the same time, if you have any suggestions, I'm open.
In that room, pacing, dressed in like, I guess I see him in like, dressed kind of like Shaggy from Scooby Doo with the brown bell bottom kind of pants. Walking hurriedly, pacing back and forth is and probably in a flannel is taking Wolfie for this.
Yes.
And
And who is Wolfie?
And he is the identity crisis having werewolf / vampire. And he's just pacing back and forth. He's like, "We'll figure it out because I need to hunt. It's full moon, best of both worlds right now. Time to go. Let's do it. Do it." Scratching the back of his head. Like, "Delilah, I just need something to do. Let's do it."
I mean, if you want to go for a hunt, by all means, I will definitely join you on that, because that does sound more fun than just sitting around.
I am game. Just,
And then I look at Rivet again, butterfly knife, like, also you can use the knife.
I already planned on it. Finn, you're next for a character.
Me? I'm next? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go a different character, but I like the vibe. I like this oxymoron of this one group that's just all chaos, and this group is like badass team. So you see, sitting at the bar, he puts his hand out, and the bartender slides him a scotch. He drowns it, puts it down. You see like wounds on his neck that are still healing. And he kind of looks at the empty glass and then kind of turns back to the group, as this is Von Hexing, the vampire hunters or the killer's former partner, recently bitten. Listen, we're all here for a purpose. And that is to make sure that my dumbass ex gets what's coming to him. Right? I mean, Delilah, you have the money. Rivet, you got the bronze. I'm not sure what Wolfie's deal is yet, but I have a feeling, I feel like Wolfie can fuck some people up. And we are the ultimate heist team. We got Mastermind here, we got a grifter, we got a thief. And so I feel like if I know my ex, and if I understand the patterns correctly, then that, and you see like pointing off, you see as the camera goes from the finger to the window, as it has like lightning and like storms over the castle. That's where I feel like my ex is gonna be.
You know what, Fan? I trust you on that. That seems like a cute assessment.
The one creepy ass place in this entire town.
I love the idea of us going after him instead of waiting for him to come. I prefer
Yeah.
being the hunter, you know?
Me too.
I'm always down to lay retribution on exes.
I'm all for other people doing the work for me, so I will be there in spirit.
Rivet will roll her eyes at Delilah.
At least I'm being honest.
Kadget, your turn. Jump in.
All right. I was hovering over a different one, but now that I see the vibe of this group, I know which one I need to be. So,
Let's do it.
sorry, I already forgot the location. We're in a bar. Where are we at?
We're at we are in a building that is like, if this is the castle, there is like floating. There's like another home below it. And what's funny is because someone else said this and I think this is funny. The one on the ground level is more like, no, we're the better ones. The ones who live up there, that's just silly old-fashioned vampirism. Like, no one needs that. Why be a
Okay.
stereotype nowadays? It's fine.
It's 'cause I heard the bar thing and I was like, oh, there's a bar.
But no, there's a bar in the building, so I'm with that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So behind the bar, you see, everyone kind of smells something. You hear a little flicker, like a, and then you see some smoke rise from behind the bar, and dude gets up. Oh, sees all of you. Hey man, don't mind me. I was just kind of eavesdropping. And you see this homeless-looking dude, very baggy clothes, very cross-faded, red, not bloodshot eyes, who is Bud, the ex-stoner, now vampire, still acts that way for no reason. And Bud is just, I couldn't help but overhear what y'all had to say. Who was the one with the ex-girlfriend? I'm bad with names. Could you tell me what your name was again?
The last time, Bud, it's Vaughn. We've been traveling together for months.
Oh, with right. With the ex, right.
With the ex, right.
Yeah.
I got the team together to take down my ex, and look, this is where we're at.
Let me tell you something. I come over, I put my arm around you. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, buddy. Hey, it's pretty unhealthy to hold on to like that kind of thing. If you're out for vengeance, it makes you stop healing, right? If you're always trying to dig up the past. I don't know what happened between these two, but I can tell that you're very bitter over whatever happened. And, revenge is just not the answer. You want some weed?
I would love some weed. However, unfortunately, with my current state, I cannot have marijuana anymore. I shouldn't even be having alcohol. I can't eat or drink anything else.
Why do you
how's
say
the
that?
change in taste buds?
There's no taste. Yeah, we don't taste that. And look, and and you see, like he like throws up the alcohol. Like this is what happens anytime we eat or drink. We can't keep anything down.
Oh,
For blood.
I mean, you don't gotta keep it down though. It's just about the vibe. Just take a hit. Come on, it'll make you feel better.
Just the throw up. That carpet was new.
It's like there's like one carpet and then like hardwood and then just
Yeah.
carpets right here.
I'll take it. Don't worry about. I'll take care of that. Sorry about that.
Nope, I'll take care of it. And she just grabs it before you do. It's like, I'm just gonna deal with this.
Oh wow, Delilah lifting a finger? What?
Look at that! Wow.
Walks away.
No.
We should make her work more often.
Yeah, I'm surprised she really hasn't done anything since she turned to Vaughn.
Yeah.
So, what are the rest of y'all? I'm doing y'all. What are the rest of you guys doing here? I was just kind of chilling, and then a bunch of y'all came here, and I just couldn't help but eavesdrop. There's just so much going on. Just kind of harshing the vibes here, right? Like, what are you doing here? Are we all after the same ex?
You have an ex, Bud? Are we all? Is that what we're doing? We're all going after our exes. I see.
No,
And they're all
I
vampire.
don't think you attended
I
my
would have
little TED talk there. I think that vengeance is, unhealthy, and that if you want to heal from the wound of your past relationship, you gotta let go and smoke some weed.
Well,
If it did anything, that might be the next step, but it hasn't done anything to me since I was just a wolf.
I shoved a joint in his mouth. Just try it. Just breathe. Give me a little. Give me. You got a deep wolfy breath. Come on, take a full double lunged.
while this happens, Rivet's gonna walk over to Vaughn and be like, "So how long's it been now since you were with your ex?"
It's been like a year. Still going through it.
I mean, isn't it time to move on a little bit? Feeling a little.
mean-
You won't even say their name out loud.
You'll know when you see them.
What's their name?
A name will come to you, and you'll be like, that's Bonze.
I feel like that's a perfect point.
You know,
where you say that. Okay.
I was just gonna say, I can help you get over your ex.
Oh well, I mean, thank you, Rivet. I appreciate that. And like with Delilah, with Wolfie, with Bud, like we seem to help each other a lot out. And you and I know that Delilah isn't only a pillow princess. She does have some other uses. And Finn has this idea. We are all screwing each other. And this is like a group of people that we are all like Bud and Delilah and me and Rivet and Wolfie, and we're all just this group of people that we're all just screwing each other.
Was he
Immortality is boring. Yeah.
Yeah, mortality
We're
is
all
boring.
frenemies.
I'm learning that.
Was your ex a jealous type? He just came up with a scenario because probably got some past resentment. He's projecting something onto it. It's one of those types. I could see why you don't like your ex.
Yeah, and I wanted to be free, and I felt like I got to do whatever I wanted. And now with this situation going on, I have the rest of my life and all of eternity to be here.
Yeah, I like your idea, I'm feeling these are some pretty good, we're starting to get vulnerable and talk about things,
Yeah.
I like that idea. What would be funny? He takes another hit. What would be funny?
What's this?
Actually, hold on. Okay, nothing came up. It's the batteries. It would be funny because you're a free person now. You don't have to think about that funny fucking idea your ex had, where we're just all fucking. We should do that just to spite them. Wouldn't that be cool? What do you think, Delilah? You're this place is great. I love this place. I love what you did with it. I don't know if you've known. I've been here for a while, hiding in the corner, just kind of,
As you say that, she walks in, just shakes her head at you, and I'm gonna say the scene pans out, and I want to end it in a funny way because I think this would be really funny. This pan out, and just this lone slice, this perfect slice of garlic pizza, just hits one of the windows straight on, and all 5 of you look in it as it happens, and the scene just pans out.
So good.
Love that. Very good.
All right. Were any relationships formed in that?
I kind of like Finn's idea. We're all just screwing one another.
We're like the
I don't know if
badass
that
group.
makes sense.
it could be an off-screen decision that happens that we just we fucking.
Yeah.
I would say Rivet is not willing to screw Delilah.
I mean, yep, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to suggest out of all of you, she's like, no, I don't like any of you. She's by herself.
That makes sense.
For Vaughn, I would say anyone who wants to sleep with Vaughn, you can add me as a
Rivet.
So Rivet, Bud,
Bud.
you down?
Bud,
down
now,
Rivet.
once it's just like, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Rivet, Bud, Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolfie's a horn dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
What is my relation? I would say Delilah is a friend.
Okay,
'Cause
I'll
I feel
say-
like you're
No, we could say
helping.
friend. I'll allow it. Yeah, I
Okay.
would say that makes
Wait.
sense.
Is Wolfie Bud's pretty, he's very whimsy, he's very, he doesn't feel any sort of way or something. Is Wolfie down?
I mean, Wolfie's down if Bud is, probably.
Bud's always down.
Awesome. What a great house under the main house. Where the real action is.
Oh.
And I do like that we have so many people with because the screwing relationship is just so fun to work with.
So
Yeah,
is
you
Rivet
got it.
screwing Wolfie and Bud too?
Man,
She try.
screwing.
Are you down for
Yep.
Rivet? Okay.
Like it's kind of like a dating sim vibe. Like I'm playing a Sims
Yeah.
horror game.
Wolfie,
Bud.
Bud, love
I
it.
have to pick my last character. Who am I gonna play?
Yeah, no.
If I don't pick it first, because I'm the one who describes the next scene.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Is he the fourth? Oh no.
Dang.
Yeah, I know which one I want.
I know which one I want, but I'll see if I actually get it.
Yeah. You're gonna be the last to choose, Nate.
Oh, so
Uh,
never mind. I'll take whatever's last. Yes.
I'm stuck between two. Oh, I have to think of a scene. I have no idea. I'm gonna make it hard for you all. But at the nearby city, there's a mall. And
Yep.
these, shopping malls these days, they're struggling. There's lots of closed down buildings, empty buildings for sale for lease inside the mall. It's not the same as it used to be. And my character laments the old days of the mall. She is sitting at the food court. There's only one hot dog on a stick stand left. Even the pretzels shop has closed down. Sitting there with fishnet leggings, a denim skirt, purple leg warmers, an Invader Zim hoodie pulled up over her long black hair. She made her own arm warmers, but wore it over the hoodie, out of fishnet tights, and she popped her thumb through a hole. And she's just sitting there listening to her headphones, looking around to make sure that nobody can see where she's sitting. She looks around a little nervously. It looks like she's just making sure that anyone who sees her is not who she doesn't want it to be. If that makes sense. And then Adam, you would be the next character to enter the mall.
Okay. Are you imagining this to be like the same time as the castle stuff, or can I bring someone from the cabin?
This is the same time that the castle stuff is happening. It's just the city that is near the woods, and I'm playing Lydia, the most most atypical gothy hot topic styled vampire possible.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna play. Okay. Coming from a Yankee Candle across the food court. There is a youngish girl vampire in very anachronistic cottagecore kind of style. She's got the big the high collar, goes like this, and like a long dress kind of deal. And she is the witchy cottagecore girl who loves Fleetwood Mac, Florence Rosemary, and she goes out of the Yankee Candle, and then like kind of disappears into the shadow, and then past the shadow reappears again, and settles next to her friend, and with kind of a smirk, she goes, "First, I was the cat in the dark, and then I was the darkness."
Sorry, did you say something?
No, nope, just lyrics. They get stuck in my head.
Oh, you want to listen?
Yes.
Passes you a headphone,
Aw,
but it's the wired headphone. So.
awesome. So yeah, she takes and puts the bud into her other ear, and they do they're sitting at the mall. And what's playing in the earbuds?
Fallout Boy.
Oh. She makes a sound like it's she makes a face like it's a little too loud, but is really happy with the actual situation, so calms down and tries to enjoy it.
All right. Ben, your turn.
Oh, it's me next?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm a
This
toss
is the order we're gonna go in.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. What do I want? Okay. Standing at the Dippin' Dot location, you see a very tall, slender, like Nosferatu-looking vampire with like really sharp teeth and like this very high like collar, all dressed in like a dark black cape. And you see like with a very long like claw finger, he points to like banana split. And you see as he eats his banana split Dippin' Dots, he goes over to the two of you and he says, "Oh yes, back in my day, we didn't have Dippin' Dots. My grandmother's recipe was always the best, but this is very good." And this is Jay, the security complex having double vampire, who became a vampire after becoming a vampire, making them a super vampire.
Oh, man.
And is just a really like fucked up Nosferatu vampire. And just sits down with their Dippin' Dots and just eats.
It makes sense that you would love Dippin' Dots so, because just as you are the future of vampires, they are the future of ice cream.
That is very true. The Dippin' Dots is the future of ice cream, and I, Jay, is the future of vampire.
Gotta love evolution.
Well, that voice is so good.
I know. I'm crying.
God, I'm trying not to cry too. Oh,
Gadget, you're next.
Okay.
I can...
In the downstairs section of the mall, there's several things. but in the big courtyard where it's an intersection between the different angles of the mall, in one of the corners, there's a Tesla store that has a lot of Tesla models there, and you see the camera pans to the store as it pans past several other stores, looks directly at the Tesla store, and you see there's someone in one of the Teslas taking it for a test drive inside the mall. And he's in the Tesla. He just starts driving. He starts drifting. He's got Deja Vu playing in the car. He does a sick drift around the corner, around one of the planters, drives up the escalator, and then he does one of those like cool movie stuff, and lands right in front of the Hot Topic, and then kicks open the door, and you see this 3'9" vampire come out, and he goes, "Did someone talk about ice cream? Because I know a thing about dairy. It goes very well with my brand of cereal, Count Chocula."
You see Jay rolls their eyes and says, "Oh no, it is Count Chocula, my great nemesis."
Oh, I love your
never
impression of me.
escape this
It's very
guy.
good. I love that we have the same thing going on. That's very impressive. But I did it first.
Yes, I see. You have the sharp teeth. I have sharp teeth. You have widow's peak. I don't have hair, but I used to. And you have cloak, and I have cloak.
Oh, yeah. I don't think
still
it looks very
look-
good on you. I think you need to be a little shorter. What's it like way up there? What the heck? What the heck are you?
I am Jay. I am the superior vampire. I am vampire of
superior.
all
Listen to
vampires.
this guy. He's so superior. Oh.
So says the guy who's only superior once a month
Oh.
out of the year.
Oh,
I'm superior all the time.
Doesn't even know what different. You didn't know you could take ice cream and mix it with cereal? Did you know that? Since you're talking about ice cream, I heard you all the way over there because I'm a very good vampire. I have good hearing.
I can see with your bat-like ears you do.
Excuse me, you're drowning out my music.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
very
I'm
terribly
sorry.
sorry.
sorry about that. Listen to the music.
I'm
This guy
trying
thinks
to.
everything goes with cereal. And I don't know why they let him do anything just because he's a celebrity.
Yeah. How's your band, Count? How is it? How's the reunion
Oh,
go?
Lord.
Yeah, you never go anywhere
Lord,
without
it-
Frankenberry.
Sometimes it didn't
what
really
is- what
work
is
out.
our
You know,
policy?
it was a phase. Okay, look, sometimes we try out new things. It doesn't really work out. You know, we got a little dispute, and then the drummer left, and then we couldn't find the feel for it because you know how many drummer vampires or whatever was in the band, because I don't know Count Chocula law. How do you find someone for that? Just looks
I
straight up
find
at
that
you.
people want to be in bands that they think sound good.
Oh. Oh.
Uh,
Count Chocula feels
Nate.
bad about that.
Nate, if you want to enter at any time.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the chaos of how that was.
I like that this is the stereotypical vampire group, the comical group. Very good.
And yet, in walks out of nowhere. They just kind of appear. They sit right next to Lydia. Kind of just look like they're both there and not there. And by that I mean they just look like they're just completely not interested. They are packing a steak in their hand. They're also just looking at it what's the point? And they just look at Lydia Lydia, I don't know what to do. I feel so out of it. And this is Buffy, who was a vampire slayer, but now is a vampire and is dealing with an identity crisis. It's I just don't see the point. Why would I hunt us? That just seems against everything we stand for. Clothes look great, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yours too. Hot Topic's having a sale.
Oh, really? Is there anything good?
Yeah, you just go to the back of the store. It's like buy one get one free.
Maybe that'll cheer me up.
Yeah, you know what? I know what will cheer you up. Come with me. Check this out right here.
I'm not going in any Tesla, man. Not
We're
happening.
not going to the Tesla.
I wave a finger, but she's holding the stake like, no.
Why
I
would
ain't
get
trusting you, Count.
It's
Not
one
happening.
thing that you want, but look at this. They have some throwback retro stuff inside of Hot Topic. And here is my t-shirt. I'm literally on a t-shirt. You can have one. Here, actually, I have the owners. I have the rights to this. Just take it.
She looks again at Lydia. It's
Yeah,
like,
here's
if,
one
I go
for
in,
everyone.
if I go in Hot Topic, do they have the new Fall Out Boy?
Yeah, they still sell music, I think. I don't know. I'm getting my dates confused because it's like I've just been hanging out here so long.
Yeah, that would happen at the mall. We'll go check and see.
You see as Jay kind of like leans over, like grumpily eating their like ice cream. It's always Count is always here. We used to be very good friends, and then he left me for his stupid cereal friends. And now I don't see him anymore, and he's way cooler than me, but whatever. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Hey, you know what would be really good inside your ice cream? They pull out some cow chocolate. Hey, this will go with ice cream. I have to jump up for short.
Just like holds it up.
Buffy rolls her eyes so loudly.
So while this is all happening, through the food court, out of the corner of our eyes, we see a mall cop, or what we think is a mall cop. He's dressed in a mall cop uniform, but he's got a billowing cape on the back of his mall cop uniform. And it catches Lydia's eye. And it seems like the cop is going to come over to our group and investigate what's going on with the Tesla. But as he sees us, he stops. And then he turns off down an alleyway to what we think is labeled a restroom hallway. There he is.
Jay points at Count Chocula. He's right there, officer. Get him.
Can mall cops really arrest you?
I think so. I
don't
don't
think
really
they can.
know.
I think they can just kind of detain you until the real cops show up.
Oh, I thought that was a myth.
I have no idea. I'm a serial vampire.
I see. The serial rules are different from our actual rules. I understand.
With that cape, he might have more responsibility than the usual. I don't know.
Is that how they do rank?
God,
mock
yes,
up
yes,
worlds?
Yeah.
yes. The
No,
the larger the cape, the more and higher important you are.
Yes.
Mm.
That is why I have the advantage because I'm so small, so all capes are big on me.
Hmm.
I think, is that a good way to end the scene? All right.
I'll just probably
scene-
stare at the Count like, that's a lot of dairy.
Yeah.
In the back of the trunk of his like Tesla, there's just like a bunch of just like exposed like milk. It's just there, like it's who knows how it's been. He just kind of has it.
Scene ends. Where off from where our characters can see, this camera will pan over to the hallway, and the hallway leads to a janitor's closet. And in the janitor's closet, you see the mall cop walk in, taking off his mall cop top that he threw on over a dark black fitted Victorian type jacket. He puts on a top hat and he steps in to the janitor's closet. leaving the mall cop clothes on the ground in front of the door, closes the door, and from underneath the janitor's closet closed door, you see a eerie green glow. And then the scene ends. Awesome. So we did our introduction scenes, everyone. We've introduced our characters.
That was fun.
That was very
It
good.
was fun.
I love our characters, but unfortunately, the next scene is First Blood. So, First Blood is a unique type of scene that follows the introduction scenes in which we introduce the killer and we do some killing. Whoever's turn it is to frame the scene will be the killer, and Adam, that is you.
Wonderful.
Should we do relationships?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so-
sorry.
Maybe
we
we
should do
should, like,
relationships.
So are we always playing the 3 characters you picked in the last scenes? Or is that shift around to other,
You can pick
someone
any
else
character.
might be Count Chocula later on?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jay is gonna put Count Chocula as an enemy.
As a rival, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Definitely.
I think if you would put Lydia down as a friend.
Mm-hmm. And Florence, are you a friend? I let you listen to my music.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Long time friends. We're head to head.
Oh, what's wrong? You didn't. None of you liked my branded T-shirts. I'm kidding. I'm just having really a lot of fun with Count Chocula.
Deep down, I was like, it's either me or Kajit who's gonna be Count Chocula. And deep down, I'm like, thank you.
I originally had some ideas for what Jay would be, and then you had it, and I was like, okay, well, now I know what I could do with Jay. So it
I
worked
had a
out
feeling
really
you
well.
would have had more fun with Count Chocula than I would have too. So I'm glad you picked that.
Sorry, I
was
jacked
great.
who you thought.
You're good.
Awesome.
Good
Actually,
Tesla, I would've
I don't know
thought.
very much about Count Chocula lore
I
other than
don't
that he's
know.
a serial. He's just a serial vampire that has like a Bela Lugosi like Dracula accent.
Yeah.
Did appreciate the Frankenberry reference from Adam. That was great.
That's the only one I could remember. That's
I know,
the only
me
one of
too.
his friends I could remember.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in a band. I was like,
Oh yeah, he was in a band. They're all in a band. They have a serial band.
Like other serial people. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
they're
Do the
band
Monster
together. Yeah,
All right. Oh my god.
they did the Monster Mash, and then they had that documentary series. They have a mock documentary series
Mark
about the
Bedford.
band, about the reunion. I know too much about this Halloween serial lore. Okay,
I had no idea. I love it.
Let's just get into it.
Are we good with relationships from that scene?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Are
All
we
right,
allowed to have relationships with other characters or just the ones in the scenes?
I think just the ones in the scene.
Yeah,
I think
you
we
have to have a
time
scene to.
establish it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Good. All right.
All right.
Okay.
With that, we will... Mhm.
I was just gonna explain how First Blood works first.
Okay.
So Adam will be the killer in this scene. So you will be the human vampire hunter that we have decided is the killer. So the killer will frame the scene, but also decide when the zombie or when whatever will start jumping out and butchering people. So when the vampire killer will start killing people. So in this scene, you won't play a character, but each player who isn't the killer will choose one of the characters who has 0 relationships with other characters. I think most of our characters have relationships. Are there any with 0?
There's
I mean,
gotta be.
actually,
Lila.
Didn't realize
No
not
one.
having relationships was a thing. Oh, I didn't write down what I had for Antonio. I remember who it was though. It was Buggy because of product stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think everybody has at least one
Yeah.
Okay.
relationship.
Well,
I didn't realize
then,
not forming a relationship was like a thing that you could do.
could be. Um, play the characters choose from the characters who've had the fewest relationships. So let's stick to choosing a character who has only one relationship.
Okay.
Because everyone in this scene is going to die.
Gotcha.
Oh,
We're-
okay.
Oh, everyone.
Okay.
Oh God.
In this first scene, yeah. So the killer will set the scene, and then free roleplay will begin with the characters that we choose. And throughout the scene, the killer can narrate the deaths of the characters at their whim. So there's no dice rolling or card drawing for this scene. They are dead when and how the killer says so. And the scene is over when all of the characters in the scene are dead.
There's a lot of, I think, single relationship people.
Yeah.
So you can choose from any of them. I'll be the last to choose, but Finn, you'll choose first.
Oh my gosh.
Then
Okay.
Padgett, then Nate, then me.
Jeez. Okay.
But do we
Oh my
want to
gosh.
let the killer narrate the scene first before we choose?
Yeah, yeah. I might just choose on a whim depending on how the scene is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Ooh, I don't know anything about that character.
Yeah.
Like looking at some of these options. I never watched Buffy
Yeah.
the Vampire Slayer, so I actually have
Okay,
zero
you-
idea how to roleplay that.
All right. I guess we'll say that the castle's probably real close to the mall, so that you can be whoever.
Okay.
And I'll make it like an hour after mall closing. What we've seen, and our top-hatted hunter has been in that bathroom the whole time, and now you see a door to the outside of the mall swing open with a heavy fog coming out in that green light, and you see with the top hat and the way you described him, it's definitely Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter that walks out of the mall, and he walks with a purpose across the parking lot to a big van that's looks pretty run down. Looks like it's had a lot of mileage on it. And he opens the back, and there's the display of all the vampire hunter weapons. We've got crossbows and stakes and like little jars probably full of holy water and stuff like that. And he's going to arm himself at his van. He's gonna say to himself, kind of like a mumble, "Perhaps a man's character is like a tree, and his reputation like its shadow." And he's gonna look across from behind his van to a group of people that are gathering in the parking lot, and then we'll shoot it to whoever's first.
Finn's first. Yeah.
And I get to pick anybody.
Anyone who has only one relationship.
Okay. So you see in a very short skirt, with her phone out, Jenny. And she's like, "Hey everybody! So welcome back. I'm live all the time, so that's totally cool. So wow, it's so weird. So don't forget that the only way you can see me, because I'm like such a cool vampire, is to follow. So you follow, it unlocks, you can see me now. Anyway, so yeah, so we're in the mall, my favorite place. Oh my gosh, did you know that Sephora just came out with a new eye palette? It is incredible. Maybe I'll do a makeup tutorial later. But yeah, so, and then you see like, as she's kind of like live, there's like essence of like the like killer behind her, and like as she's like talking,
Yeah, sure. Okay, then I'll skip to right to that murder. We'll say that right out of the view of her screen, you hear definitely Abraham Lincoln say, "Don't worry when you're not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition." And an axe just lops her head off into the stream.
Oh my god. Death.
The phone
Jenny, no!
falls to
The
the
ultimate
ground.
follower.
The last thing they see is Abraham Lincoln's big black boots as he makes another stride across the parking lot.
Jenny.
Jenny. Dead.
Clearly, Abe is #1 fan.
Kadget, you're next.
All right. At the very back of the mall, there's another corner that, a little bit past the Tesla store, just in Rich Peoplesville. There's Louis Vuitton store, and out you see Delilah Hill, the heiress of the Vampire Fortune, just like, oh god, these people sucked. I feel so good now because, my god, I get to retail therapy. Just always puts me at ease. Like, I don't want to deal with their exes. They're like messing up my house. Like I'm real sick at their shit, and I'm just gonna walk out of here with these shopping bags full of stuff, and just decompress and get out of here. Like, I don't want none of this anything to do with this. Then she starts walking past the Tesla store and just minding her business.
Oh man, okay. Well, if it's just her, I'll say that yeah, she's got both hands full, and you see this all from her point of view. You never see Abraham Lincoln in this, but she's walking with both hands full of her retail therapy, and then she looks up, and she has time to say one thing before crossbow bolt just goes right through her chest, and she explodes into dust. What does she say?
She looks over, sees the very tall, supposedly tall ex-president, and she's just like, drops her Louis Vuitton bags in surprise. And just like, is it true that Republicans and Democrats like swapped values in history? Is that like a real thing? Like, if you was and then she gets shot through the heart.
Good question. That I don't answer the questions of scum.
Oh my goodness. Nate, you're next.
I'm more just stressed about, is the Louis Vuitton bag okay? Like, that's expensive.
Unscathed. They
It's
dropped.
covered in
Alright,
covered
phew,
in
thank
productive Delilah.
Just, I felt like that was important to ask. I feel like we're still in the mall, so I'm going to go back to the one I first played, which is at what could best be described as FYE. We're at, like, the old, like, just the DVD Blu-ray section, just going through every anime possible as Jeff, just trying to find, like,
Oh, no,
the
not
one
Jeff.
thing to watch, because there's just, he's watched everything. He's just like, I don't want to go on a streaming service. I want to be that type of weeb who's like, no, I want the rare stuff. I just want my rare collection stuff. I don't care. I just want something. And they're just scrolling through, like, the aisle trying to find something that catches their eye. They're completely oblivious to everyone because they're just like, nope, I just want something to, like, just find something to just chill out, be bad about.
Nice. Okay.
Can I answer?
Yes.
All right.
I'd rather have two for one of them.
So you're scrolling through what section?
Just like this DVD Blu-ray section, which I know sounds probably silly because physical media at this point, but yeah.
Up next to you, Florence will walk in and come up next to you and pull out a DVD of a concert recording and be like, "Oh, have you seen this one yet?"
What's the concert recording of, out of curiosity?
Fleetwood Mac.
Jeff just looks at it and probably rolls their eyes, but then looks at Florence and's like, you know what? Tell anyone? Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it at least 10 times. Would watch it again in a heartbeat.
She'll curl her hair, and it seems like sparkles come off of her to you.
Nice. And this time Abraham Lincoln is going. It's going to be like a rolling fog, like in front of you. And then, as it leaves, you see the silhouette of Abraham Lincoln, and he says, "I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise." And then 2 stakes in either hand rushes forward and just plows them both into the ground with them over violently as they stands up. He's like, "My work has just begun."
Wow.
And I'll end the scene there.
Love it. Make sure on your character cards you update the ones who've died in that scene and who is piloting them.
Right. Pilot to death. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. Great. So where do we go here? Do you all want a break? I would like to take a 5-minute break if you're down for it.
Okay. I'm down for a
Yeah.
5-minute
Sounds
break.
good to me.
Good time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. God, are you there?
Back at
Here.
7:50.
Okay. Well, this is a good spot before we start the actual scenes and the killing. So after the first blood, we're gonna take a short break, 5-minute or so. We will be back shortly. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And thank you for joining us so far.
And you're live.
Welcome back to Goodberry Cafe, where we are playing the final girl, and we have just finished the first blood scene. It was very gruesome. We've got vampire hunter Abraham Lincoln on the loose, and our vampire characters. Who's gonna survive the longest? I don't know. Who will be the final girl? We're here to figure that out. So next round, because Adam was the killer for the first blood scene, Finn, you are the next killer for the start of actual play. Because this has all been the prologue.
This is just the prologue. Okay. Okay.
So the killer
So
set
I
the scene?
start as the killer, and I just do anything I want.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you set the scene, and give us like a vague scene, and then we will choose the characters we're going to populate into the scene and role play in the way we've been doing it. And when you decide the murdering is going to begin, it also differently than other scenes, all of the players have to be in the scene already before you can start killing.
Okay. Leaving the mall, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter leaves the DVD store, boots trailing vampire dust as the vampires have fallen. And you see in this billowing cloak, he raises up above his head and then, like Yoda, vanishes and teleports to a football field as the game of the stereotypical town that has a creepy castle in it. The game has just ended. All of the football players have left the field. The Gatorade is still fresh from the hometown winning. The cheerleaders have left. The crowds have dwindled, and you see as the vampire hunter enters into a high school. Walking across the lawn of the football field, you see the vampire hunter sees like a football and then just dramatically slashes an axe into it, and it splits it in two as you see panning Boots walking before picking up the axe.
Gadget, you're first.
Oh, I'm first. Oh, who's in a football field? Let's see.
Just a high school, so like anything you want of a high school.
Yeah, I'm not, like, trying to think.
And it's a small town, so everybody goes to this game, you know?
Yeah. Let me think. Who do I want to be then? I an idea. It's not. I don't think. Can't think of like what to do for like a. Hold on, give me a moment to think.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know. Okay. So you see, in the bleachers, I don't remember what he was wearing before, but now he's on the he's in the bleachers watching the game. He sees this go down, and he starts to quiver at his blue denim jeans and his no shoes, and his button-up shirt that's now, he changed clothes in between seats because he doesn't know which way they want to go. And you see Wolfie start to be like, oh no, I think that's them, isn't it? Like they said that if I saw them, I would know. And there's an Abe Lincoln person here, just destroyed a football with an axe. They do not belong. They do not belong in this. They seem very violent. I can feel the aura. I gotta get the heck out of here. He like runs to like the high school, like climbs down the bleachers, and like just kind of gets to the door, sees it, and he's panicking so much, but he doesn't know if he wants to like turn into mist and go through, or to just like Hulk out because it's a full moon and like punch it. So he just kind of does both. It like turns into like mist shaped like a werewolf, tries to punch the door, and he just feels confused and then just kind of goes through.
Nate, you're next.
Like a 20-second delay later, Bud just a puff of smoke. It's like, Wolfie, man, you just gotta chill out, man. I mean, I understand all the. Oh, you're not even here anymore. Okay, and just starts to stand up, slowly go down the bleacher steps, and just kind of looks around like that literal John Travolta meme of just, here's everyone, and just starts walking towards the school, trying to find where Wolfie went.
You see the trail of like mist or weed smoke.
Yeah, exactly. For a second, Bud gets confused because he's looking at the mist like, did I smoke that into existence? Or no, that's Wolfie. Okay, and just follows it.
Inside, so you walk into the school?
I walk into the school, but like the sort of like strolling like the Big Lebowski, basically.
So Wolfie, when you go through the door, inside somehow already, I'm gonna play her again. Rivet is sitting there against the lockers. This time she's got on a leather jacket. It's like, took you long enough.
Look, Rivet, there is an Abraham Lincoln vampire slayer who like it's the X. It's the X. They're here. Abe Lincoln is here, and they're here for vengeance. He was like quoting some stuff. I didn't pay attention to history class, but he was quoting some stuff, and I know that's the person that's here that the X. That's the person that's
Vaughn's X?
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. Or maybe they're like, I don't know, like they might be from like they might be role playing as Abraham Lincoln. Like maybe they're like a method actor. It could be a lot of things actually.
Ed pushes through your smoke. It's like, wait, I thought school was out for the day. I didn't know I was getting a history lesson.
We did not have a history lesson because we're gonna die. We gotta get out of here.
Adam, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. With that, I'd say not in the school. More, they've put eyes on Abe as well as they just got there, and it will be Vaughn. And Vaughn, terribly frightened, but knows there's no use in running, is going to step down from the bleachers and confront. They're going to say, You said you always had my back. I guess what you said about never telling a lie was not untrue. And there's too many of us here for you to take down. I suggest you leave and try again another day.
Okay.
And
Do I get to
yeah.
kill?
Bombs out there.
Okay. Abe Lincoln, the vampire hunter, is going to look up at Vaughn and look at Bud because you're still here. And is gonna look at Vaughn and say, you know, I thought that we were gonna create a future. And I always say, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And I know, Vaughn, your future is death.
nice.
Abe Lincoln's gonna come and try to kill Vaughn first. And look at Bud and say, actually, Abe Lincoln's gonna try to kill Bud first. Go for Bud. And look at Vaughn and say, I'm gonna take pleasure in killing all of your friends first. So you can watch them all die. Just like you watched our relationship die. And so I'm gonna go after Bud and try to kill Bud.
All right. So the way this works is everyone will draw a card for your character. And you draw one card plus one other card for every relationship your character has, regardless of whether or not the related characters in the scene or not. So keep your cards in your hand. I haven't drawn mine yet because I'm reading. But...
We have a This
And
is
you, so if you have a friend or an enemy, you also get more cards as well.
Yeah. So
Great,
it has
okay.
1, 2, 3 extra.
Oh, someone took my card.
got
I had a good card too. That's unfortunate. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. That happened to me earlier too.
Yeah.
Probably not the best method. So the killer is targeting just Bud, right?
Just Bud. Yeah, I'm gonna go after everybody and then Vaughn.
Well, so you, as the killer, you can choose either one person or everybody.
I'll do Bud. Just Bud right
Okay.
now.
All right. So then you flip the top card on the deck.
And then the scene ends if someone dies, right? Like if one person dies, the scene ends. Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not the card in my hand; it's from the top of the deck.
Yeah.
Okay. I do that. Ace.
Oh no.
Ace of spades.
I got an ace.
Oh,
Better ace. Wow.
Ace is high, deuce is low. Bloody beats black. Happy beats.
I'm in Heart Spade Club.
I would say.
So-
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it win?
I think Ace of Hearts wins. Yeah, because
Oh,
red
awesome.
beats black.
The ace of clubs or spades.
That's just stupid lucky.
Yeah.
So, if the target plays a higher card, they survive. Their card is discarded, and the killer must choose a target or targets again and discard and draw a new card. So players must. Okay, I get it.
Do we role play what happened because he dodged or something? Like,
Yes.
I feel like that would make sense.
So
I
if
think the rules say you can do both.
Okay. With my mighty axe that I built my log cabin with, I will smite Bud and miss as it playing them amongst the metal bleachers.
Does Bud get
Probably
the
puffs of. I was gonna say, Bud probably just makes a puff of smoke somewhere. Like they're not even smoking; it just happens, and it just obscures Abe's vision.
it's their vampire special ability. So now that Bud survived,
Mhm.
Bud cannot be targeted again
And you get a survivor point.
until all other characters have been targeted.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna follow the tracks of Wolfie.
Oh.
I'm gonna go after Wolfie. And I'm gonna, is it everybody in that scene? I can do Wolfie and Rivet.
I think
Or is it everybody?
it has to be everybody.
or one.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go everybody.
Oh.
Everybody
Everyone
who isn't,
except
who's
Bud.
not Bud. Except for
Yeah.
Bud. Everybody who's not Bud.
We.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. So, all right, so you keep your hand. You don't redraw your hand.
Mhm.
All right, and then the killer has to draw the top card from the deck.
It does this. 10 of diamonds.
10 of diamonds. Oof.
So you have to try to beat my 10 of diamonds. Is there a
Okay.
difference if it's a friend, enemy? Like, how do you sabotage? Like, how do you?
So I think you either replace someone else's card with one of your cards to help them beat it, or you can do the same to make them lose. I think that's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with that 10 of diamonds, like, someone took the card I was about to play. What happened to the card I was about to play?
What was it?
It was a Jack of Hearts.
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I'm not even touching my computer, but it's in my hand. I was like, why do I have 5 cards?
Yeah.
I'll play it for you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, huh? Like now I like, okay.
I can play it for you.
Yeah. Okay. So
There's
I guess I put down a Jack of Heart. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
just put that on my side of the table.
Yeah. And I put down a Jack of Diamonds.
Okay. And then Vaughn also goes, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And so everybody lives.
Oh, wow.
And so we keep going though.
We keep
Yeah.
going.
Mm-hmm. In this
Um,
scene.
Okay.
And now you
Then
can target anybody. I think.
Anybody.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go after Rivet.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm
So
discarding
you
your
see
character.
as Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter disgruntled trying to kill these people and everybody keeps dodging or Rivet just like jumps off the side of the hallway and Wolfie just kind of in this weird like vampire werewolf look just like bites down on the vampire hunter and Vaughn just like staring daggers just being like okay I'm not gonna touch it yet is gonna go after Rivet again.
No.
Some diamonds.
All right. Rivet
Okay.
dodges
Rivet
you
survives.
again.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna go after Bud. But 8 of spades. 8 of spades.
And
Hey.
All right. All right. Wolfie. Because Vaughn's always last. 3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds.
5 of hearts.
no one wants to die.
Disgruntled
Oh,
again.
anyway. I mean, should we be role playing like what happens in between each of these, or
Yeah.
like, yeah? So, all right, what does Abe do to attack Wolfie then?
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, copyright, is going, takes this axe, gets tired of the axe because it's not working, and just brings out this crossbow and starts crossbow bolting. Just like, for some reason, it has like a long magnet on it, and it just goes It's like blaring all of the bolts.
And then you fire it at Wolfie.
Yeah.
And then it hits Wolfie, like, in the chest, and he's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm a werewolf. It's not made of silver. I'm fine.
Very good. Okay. Who do I go after now? Vaughn. Am I Vaughn the only one I haven't gone after?
Yes.
Okay, this is for Vaughn.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I think you can pick
Five.
multiple if you want to, also.
Oh.
5 of clubs for Vaughn, and then I think I can pick anybody after that. 5 of clubs.
I've got this.
Oh,
parts.
okay.
Okay.
Vaughn lives. You see, like, in this weird moment of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, just like gets out like a dagger, and does that really like pulls Vaughn in close, and it's just like, are they gonna kiss? Are they not gonna kiss? And then just like tries to kill you, but just can't do it yet. And it's just like,
Nice.
I have so many emotions.
Nice. And
All right.
Vaughn looks into his eyes and is like, I watched our relationship die because you killed it, and it's going to be the last thing you kill. As he like pops the stake out.
You see Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter just be like, I killed the Confederacy, I can kill you.
Well, you're
and
not
he's gonna-
doing a very good job.
And Rivet
And I'm back.
is... I'm gonna kill everybody now.
Ah!
All
Here
right.
I go.
All right.
That's fair.
In this climactic battle on the football field. Queen of Spades.
No.
Oh,
I don't have something that beats that.
No.
Well, I'm dead.
Wait, so there needs to be one character must live. In the case of a
highest,
conflict where all the remaining characters would be killed, hold on. This changes my card. By the killer, the character with the higher card survives. Blood spattered,
Aw.
screaming to get away. Congratulations.
poor
Who
Vaughn.
survived?
You survived.
Who lived?
Sadly, Vaughn survived.
Sadly, Vaughn lives. You see,
He just
Cannon.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, just like going through in this amazing like Batman style, fighting everybody, killing all of Vaughn's friends right in front of him, and saving Vaughn for last.
Oh, wait.
Yes,
Can I screw someone?
you
Over.
could. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Ooh.
because you're Rivet.
Yeah. Sorry, Vaughn. Rivet wants to live today.
Awesome.
She's gonna replace your card with a 2.
Ah,
Oh, wait. How does that work? Do I get his card if I...
No, you don't
Probably
swap.
not.
You just replace theirs.
Oh. Then never mind. Rivet's not gonna screw you over because it... No. Yeah. Take that back. Reverse.
Double check. Double check. I just kind of said
You
that.
see in a That's So Raven moment of like Rivet thinking I'm gonna be alive, and then Rivet just dies. And Vaughn, you see Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter just like looks at you, and like pulls up his cape, and Yoda's out of there. Be like,
and yeah, and
I'll
Vaughn
be back.
crumples to his knees and attempts to telepathically connect with Buggy, everyone's thrall. Let him know he's coming.
He's back. He's back.
He's on his way.
That was fun. I like those.
All right.
So Vaughn lives, and
Vaughn gets a
his
survivor point.
Survivor point.
Wow.
I really thought that was Vaughn's time to.
Oh, I like
You're it.
these that you added dead to them. This is nice.
Easier to pick
It's-
through them.
Oh yeah, this is way easier.
I put that there because I was struggling to figure out who was dead.
Mhm.
So where's my dude?
Wolfie died.
Wolfie, there he is. Oh, Wolfie. It turns out he did have some silver.
All right. The next killer is Kadget.
Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where do I want to take this? And the small town. I mean, I think
All of
it's like
all of those relationships died.
That's really funny, roll.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we? We're at. You know what? Let's go back to the. So at the end of that last scene, we saw Vaughn call out to Buggy that he's coming. And so the camera, after Buggy gets that call, comes back. We come back to the castle that we were at originally. And that call goes out to everyone, actually. So everyone kind of knows. And everyone could be communicating with each other to meet up and appear however they like. So, but we're back at the castle. In that same corridor. The castle's quite large. And the cast has now decided to retreat into other areas of the castle. I'll leave that up to you guys. But in this castle, you have things like you have a living room and a dining room, probably an entertainment place, maybe a science room. It's a lot of things here. And because the killer is coming, Abe the vampire hunter Abe is on his way. It's up to the cast to survive his onslaught. And so, who is next?
Nate.
Okay.
We zoom in, because I just want to be silly for a second, on Lydia, who's at the castle. She has, you know what, I totally figure this. She has on a record, literal vinyl record, and is doing the Wednesday dance from the Wednesday. So just that whole thing. And is tuning everything out, just into the music, because I totally feel like that's what they'd be doing. That exact Invader Zim hoodie on, because that was perfect.
So Lydia's vibing. Who else is?
Lydia's totally vibing.
Yeah. Who else is in this castle? Who's next?
So Bill hasn't left the castle yet. He's still downstairs in the kitchen. He hears the warning come out, and he turns to see who's around him, and he's like, "I think we're prepping for a fight, boys." Who's around him?
Nice. When he hears that, Count Chocula puts down his spoon and bowl.
And it's still slow.
Because he's just around eating cereal.
In the kitchen.
I see. Well, he will be remiss he ever came to this cask. And he goes and he grabs the box and he pours himself some more cereal.
Delicious.
Our last cast.
In the kitchen, you see just tossing dough up in the air, Antonio. And you say, "Hey, I'm making pizza here. What are you doing, Cal? Don't put it on my pizza. Actually, maybe do. I could probably market it."
Yes, there is a hole in your flavor now that garlic.
Look, garlic good. I love garlic. You know, my great mama always told me, "Antonio, you got to put the garlic on the pizza. Even though we're vampires, it's good for you. It's healthy."
Are you all sure you should be making pizza at a time like this? I think it's time to get a little bit more serious.
I mean, what? As he tosses the pizza in the air. I mean, I would prefer to have pizza in my stomach if I'm gonna die. I don't want to die on an empty stomach.
He's going to try to eat pizza again. Wonderful.
And as you all say that, suddenly the candles that were lighting up the kitchen, and I guess also lights because there's both in here for some reason. You feel very strange, powerful aura, and a cold wave just shut off all the lights. It feels doesn't even though it's cold to you guys, you could tell that it's a feeling of holy energy. It's a kind of energy that is not good for you. It's you feel in a past life it might have felt good, but now it is something you're scared of. And the lights go out, and you hear in the distance, behind the doors, behind who knows where, you can hear through the walls, big lumberjack boots just, and you hear him amping himself up, getting ready. You just hear him. Full, go in 7 years. Planted a new nation. Conceived in liberty and integrity. You can't hear the rest of it. You just start hearing the Gettysburg Address menacingly through the wall as he's getting ready. And then it finally happens. He kicks down the door, and he's got stakes in all of his hands, and then he puts down the meat stakes, and then picks up actual wooden stakes, and he says, "My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right, and I believe in capital G American God." And he blesses his stakes with holy energy so that he can kill you all in one shot, and he throws all of his daggers at once like a ninja, just. And so I will draw the first. I guess I need to draw top deck, right?
Hold on, we haven't drawn our. This is the killing.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Did things out of order.
So discard all the cards that you had in your hand or that are on the table.
How do I discard it?
Just drag it to the discard pile.
Okay.
And then I am Antonio. My friend is Buggy.
And then draw for your character. Yeah. Oh
And
no,
I
Bill.
Bale's got somewhat.
One friend.
One friend. You see.
Oh,
Antonio.
my card disappeared.
Mine did too.
I think I know what's happening is I think if it's if two people at the same time are clicking on it, it's doing that.
Oh.
Okay.
I have my card. I'm Antonio. Buongiorno, Abraham Lincoln.
Does everyone have their cards?
Yes. I'm Antonio.
Then Abraham Lincoln, you draw the top of the day.
All right. So Abraham Lincoln blesses the stakes, throws it at everyone at once with great precision as the vampire hunter he is, and he draws a queen of diamonds. He's out for blood.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Ooh.
Bill.
I don't think I'll live.
Looks like my breakfast is over.
Oh wait, I have a friend.
I'm trying to remember. My brain broke. If it's a lower number, it's better, or is it a higher number that's better?
You want a higher number?
Higher.
You want to beat
Higher
the
number.
queen of diamonds?
Then I'm screwed either way.
Oh.
No matter what,
It-
there's no.
I know. If I have a friend, how do I do the friend thing? Do I just switch out my card with another card?
The
Or do I
friend
draw-
is the one who can give you their
Got it.
card to save you. So if your friend
Gotcha.
is in the scene, they could save you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Buddy.
My friend's dead.
But unfortunately.
Yeah.
Antonio.
So
Died.
who do we have here? I'm not familiar with these like names on this card table. So we have. Okay, so you survive.
Bill survived.
Bill survives.
The
Lydia
count's
did
alive.
not.
The count's alive, thank God.
Antonio. My
Antonio,
Antonio and Lydia are dead.
Antonio
The
and
secret
yeah.
ingredient was death
Lydia.
all
The best
along.
I'm gonna say the best part is Abe Lincoln probably came in and Lydia's just vibing and has no idea any of this happened. It's just like, oh.
Ugh.
so he tosses the stakes all at once. It goes over, goes right over Bill's head. Doesn't quite hit Bill. The second one misses its mark on who's at the top. I don't know whose email that is. Who's on the top of the table?
Lydia.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Goes over the top.
That's right, yeah, weird.
It barely misses you, shredding up your. It knocks the headphones right off of your head, and you can no longer listen to the music. Just breaks it and shatters it with holy energy. And then he also remarks, "Well, at least I got that dang rock and roll music." And then off the devil. And then then the last two hit their mark on, unfortunately, hits
Antonio.
As he's tossing the pizza, surprised in the middle of it, and hits you right in the heart.
Mama, I'm coming for you.
And you sprinkle in the dust, and as the dough falls to the ground, your vampiric dust settles onto the pizza as a topping. And then the final one, oh, I thought, did I get this wrong? Did I get who survived?
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say
wrong?
Lydia would technically be in the next one because I failed that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Okay, you failed it. Oh, so the person at the top of the table wasn't Lydia. Okay, that's why I got a little confused. Sorry. So Lydia does
might
not
all
survive.
have
No?
different.
Yeah, Lydia doesn't because I got a queen, but it's your suit is
Oh,
higher than mine.
okay. You were sorry when I said top of the table. I didn't know whose email was at the top. Like that's yeah. Okay, so when the thing hits the music, he's the headphones shatter and the holy energy goes through your ears, and you just hear. Instead, you hear like a Catholic hymn instead of whatever you were listening to, and the sound of it is so uncool to you that you just explode into holy energy. And then, Count Chocula, you're busy eating cereal, and the holy stick comes over, and it hits the bowl, shattering it, and the milk just spills everywhere, and the cereal everywhere. And some of it spills onto the pizza, forming a vampire pizza dough and a vampire Count Chocula cereal milk pizza. You can't help but admire it, but you survived his onslaught. And Abe Lincoln just kind of stops for a moment and just soaks it in, proud of what he has just done, giving you, the rest of you, the chance to escape, as he's not
Time
done.
to get out of Dodge.
And so, the scene ends. Okie dokie.
Beautiful. Dang. All right. Nate, you're the next killer.
I think there's like 6 left to choose from, just so we all know.
So Bill
Yeah.
and Count Chocula both survive.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is a team up I want to see happen so bad.
It's the yeah. Survivor points.
As the moonlight comes in from a window, hitting Abe in this eerie blue lighting, you hear he looks above, takes a second to just kind of survey the room, looks down, walks over to the window, and notices, of all things, you're floating up in the sky, but there's like this building on the ground right next to it. It's kind of like, it's like this is the high rise, but this is just the flat below it. He just takes a look, doesn't hear anything else in the castle, and just slowly, step by step, with every heavy footstep, walks out of the castle and takes the longest goddamn amount of time to get back to ground level before slowly walking on the outside of the building, looking in from the windows, seeing where anyone might be in the room. Which I then leave it to Jem to tell me who do they first see in the room.
What room is this? The one that's in the building downstairs?
Yeah, the one that was like the one that had the bar with the
Okay.
fireplace lit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the more serious vampire room compared to all the others.
Oh, who do you see? I was kind of having fun. I think I'm gonna be Bill again. He seeing all that carnage happen in the kitchen. He's like, I didn't survive this long. Trying fucking with this shit. He goes and pops down to that building just to see if anyone's still alive in there. And that's when Abraham Lincoln comes in. But he's got to get back to his girl. Adam, you are next.
Nice. Okay. At the table in this house, sitting in a chair with her feet up on the table, is Buffy, the ex-vampire slayer,
Ooh, nice.
and she takes her feet off the table and he's kind of a legend in Sunnydale, but he hasn't met me yet, and so am I.
You know how to fight this thing?
Same way we kill everything else. As fast as we can.
Very good.
Then you're next.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
You see, kind of with Buffy, like looks at the room, Buggy, who's just like, yes, he's coming here. He's gonna kill us all. But don't worry, Buggy's here to protect you. Buggy protect, and if Buggy protect, Buggy be turned. I am Buggy.
Buggy, I'll give you that deal, Buggy.
Oh, Bill? Bill, you give deal? If I protect Bill, you turn Buggy?
I'll take you up on that. If you're willing to put your life out on the line for our folk, yeah.
I will in a heartbeat. I will. And you see Buggy just like wobbles over and just like hugs onto Bill. I protect Bill. Yeah.
Alright. Kadget.
And then walks in, you see Vaughn, the vampire hunter's former partner, who was recently bitten, comes in. Okay, good. Buggy, you got the message. I'm glad you made it to the rendezvous point. We gotta take down...
the message.
Yeah, we gotta take down... We have to take down my ex. Like, I can feel it. You guys feel like the vampiric mental link between all of us. He's already, like, he's already quoting Abraham. He's kind of a method actor. He's not, like, immortal or anything. Like, he's not actually Abe Lincoln. But he's, like, very good at method acting. It's actually really impressive. It's actually kind of why I fell for him in the first place. But we gotta stop him. He's on a rampage. He's gonna stop us all. And we need, you know, as an ex-vampire hunter, or I guess still a vampire hunter, you know, it's pretty insulting to see an Abe Lincoln method actor become one and become the chosen one who stops the ritual. Like, that really hurts me. So we need to stop him now.
I agree with Vaughn. Yes.
As you
stop Abe Lincoln.
As you have that conversation, one of the windows just explodes into shards of glass, and out of nowhere, almost like slow motion, you see 4 bottles thrown, flying in the air, and it's holy water, and it's for all 4 of you in the same room. And all you hear in the background is this random voice that you've probably, like, one of you has obviously heard, or 2 of you, and it says, "Whatever history remembers of me, if it remembers anything at all, it shall only be a fraction of the truth."
Buggy grabby hands. Buggy wants sippies.
All right, everyone, discard your cards.
Oh, now I don't want to kill Buggy. That's so precious. All right, do you want me to draw first?
Our relationships are alive.
No.
Okay, so I still get a ton. All right.
You guys draw first.
Well,
and
no,
then I'll do mine.
you draw for any relationships, even if they're dead.
Oh wait. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. So we should also, like, Jem, you draw all yours, and then we'll go through there because I keep forgetting that they're going to take all my little guys.
We both take the top deck at the same time. That's what's causing.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right, I'm done.
Ginny's here? No. Ginny's here?
No, but you can still get the point even if they're dead.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, now my turn. I will grab 2 more cards. Buggy has chosen.
Who's next?
I think it's me, right? right? Yes. So I have, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dang.
Vaughn
Oh,
got
yeah.
around.
My first one, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyone else need to draw
Five
before I
cards.
draw the top card?
Also, Buggy, would you say that would make us friends?
I would say yes. I'm going to protect you, Bill.
Okay.
You are master.
Is everyone
mean
drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, draw an extra one for friendship with Bill.
Okay.
Master.
Alright.
I love Buggy.
And I
I
draw a
want
card
Buggy
now.
to be final girl.
No, kind of, don't that.
Oh crap. That was your card.
Whoa.
No.
Oh no! Wait, so we have to be a king?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the top deck card? The king of spades? Or king of clubs, rather?
Yep, King of Clubs, yep.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
Buffy can't
Oh
do
my
it.
god, you just... I don't want to die.
I can't let
Damn.
my ex kill me.
Buggy,
That might be
now
the
final
final
girl. Buggy die.
No.
You see, as the killer comes in with the holy water, Buggy triumphantly stands forward and says, "Lay it on to me."
Buggy, no!
And as you say that, holy water bottle just smashes against your head, and you just... If anyone's seen Fright Nights, that scene, like,
Oh,
you just start, completely just like that guy decomposing immediately,
like
and you're just gone. You're just
Squealing
nothing but a puddle.
hellfire.
The others, it just...
Buggy, no!
It hits everyone. It misses Vaughn. Vaughn, you subtly just dodge out of the way, and you're just like, basically in your head, like, I am not dying today. No way in hell am I dying to my ex, who for some reason is Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
But the other two,
Don being
Yeah, the
vampire
other two,
nerd.
for the other two, it hits you, and you just let out this wonderful, wonderful horror shriek as the entire room just has this moment where it just explodes with light for a second, like it's just destroying your body, and then the light goes out. It's just Vaughn, Abraham Lincoln in the same room, where he just looks at you. It just says, "Remember, Vaughn, voting is a constitutional right," and he fades out of the room.
Nice.
God damn it! Damn it, Lincoln!
And as Buffy fades
Buffy,
away, she
no!
goes,
You were the only one that wasn't a vampire. That's why I sent the message to you. God damn it! Why couldn't you? God damn it! Then Vaughn leaves to meet up with the rest because they have to make their final stand.
This is wild. Did Buffy say angel?
yeah,
That's funny. That's funny. Love that. Yes.
her
I
dying word.
appreciate that.
Or it should have been Spike, right?
No, Angel makes it could have been either or. It's complicated.
I guess I showed my preference.
Damn. Bill died too. Suki.
So how many?
I know.
I was thinking about that.
It's the final round because I think we
Final round, because there's 3
Yeah.
left, and it's
Ooh,
if I remember
go.
reading quickly, it's like once it's under the amount of players or at the same number, that's the final
Mhm.
round.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what happens
Wait,
to the
there.
odd one up then?
One,
somebody doesn't get
two.
to play?
Oh no, is Buffy dead?
There's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffy's dead.
So we have
Let's look at the
Vaughn
rules.
left. Buffy died.
We have Vaughn, Jay, and Count Chocula. Which I'm so happy about that.
And I'm the killer.
Well,
so what do we do with the odd person?
do we want to do like a story fake out and like maybe one of them didn't actually die?
I can
Rising
answer
from the
I don't know
ashes.
what to do with
Actually, if we want to do that, I'd say whatever you guys feel is best.
want
Yeah.
Buggy.
Who's
I want
the
Buggy.
who's the last one? Because that person should probably
Yeah, let's
pick.
do that. Yeah.
pick
Probably
like on the
me.
list and be like,
Okay.
"Aha! Plot armor had this," like.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
feel like if there's anyone, I'm doing this because Finn, you said it so well. The Lincoln fades out. Vaughn runs somewhere out of the building, and then Buggy, not actually die. Somehow that was just a
Not a
trick
vampire!
of the room and the lighting, and it was
Yeah.
like, haha, Buggy alive.
Buggy alive. Buggy is like, oh yeah, Buggy not vampire.
Yeah, Buggy not vampire. What's this holy water crap?
Like burned a little bit because he's like kind of on the dark side, but it didn't like annihilate him because he's not a vampire. He just
If anything, it adds like this cool facial scar. It's like, ooh, Buggy have new look.
Buggy have no luck.
All right.
Is it who's
So-
so?
Man, so yeah, I guess we go in order to
So-
pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta set the scene.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm. I'm stuck. I'm looking at the characters and like trying to figure out where would we be in so Count Chocula.
So happy about Count Chocula.
Oh.
Um, all right. In the woods near this castle, you see when Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, disappeared away, he can only teleport like 30 feet or so, 10 feet or so, with the powers that have been given to him, the divine powers to smite vampires. So he just really teleports out the door. He knows that the time has come to end this coven of vampires. So he starts to set fire to the woods near this building, knowing that if he makes a big enough impact, they'll come to find him. It's time for the final stand. So he's just walking around, setting fire around this building and around the castle. He doesn't understand the magic that holds the castle up, but if he puts it in harm's way, he thinks that they'll come to him. And then Adam, you would be first to go.
Okay. As the fire licks and grows throughout the woods, from behind one of the trees that's engulfed in flame, calmly walks out Jay. He says, "My old nemesis. It was always going to be you and me." And he springs his claws out, and but he keeps talking, trying to bide for time. And he's like, "Did you really think you could come to my house and kill me?"
Finn, do you enter the scene?
Me? I do. Who do I choose? You see, Vaughn walking, from the like burning woods, like blood and dust on him, and just looks a wreck after watching all of his friends literally die in front of him. You see as he does that thing where he like grips the side of a tree and like leaves a mark into it as he like walks by, and he stands in like a triangular pattern, with Jay, and like just kind of stares down Vaughn's ex. Who's like, I'll have to give it to you. You were a great method actor, for most of our relationship. I'm sorry it's gonna end this way.
We knew it would come down to this.
Yeah. Me, Jay, that person over there.
Gadget, you're next.
And then in the distance, the slight muffled sound of Eurobeat of just gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna step on the gas. And he starts getting louder and louder, and then it skid marks. A Tesla Model S skidding right next to where Jay is, and then the 3'9" man, Count Chocula, or Count Chocula rather, opens his door, steps out, literally right next to Jay, and instead of looking at, he looks at Jay, and he's like, "Oh, fancy seeing you here," and he looks at Abe Lincoln. "Oh, it's Nemesis." He looks back at Jay, and he looks at it, and he goes, "Oh, we've been at this for a very long time, haven't we, Abe Lincoln? Did you really think that you could defeat me in my home? Ain't that right, Jay?"
Yes, that was what I said, actually.
Oh, yeah, I know. I heard it in the distance. I think my this guy's a method actor. I think my delivery's a little better. I've been on camera many, many times.
Oh yes, what's important though is that we agree.
We agree to defeat Abe Lincoln, our arch nemesis. Absolutely. And then we do that stupid like predator handshake, but it's like really hard because I'm super short. So it's like
To the end, friend.
yes, friend. He does it. He like kind of looks both ways.
All right. Nate?
And then, out of nowhere, maybe just from behind a tree, just pops out Buggy. Just like, no, I'm actually surprised. Deus Ex Machina works. And then sees Abe Lincoln and is just like, fuck! Buggy had no good luck!
Oh, this is good.
Abe.
I've never met this, but who is this? But I've never met this person.
Abe is gonna turn towards Vaughn and say, "I can't believe that after all we had together, this is what you've become." And go into his coat, and it's almost slow motion. Gonna throw a wooden stake directly at you.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, I have to
Vaughn
draw.
first.
I have to draw the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should we go around the table to draw them?
Yeah.
I realize we're all a group of nemesis, and then also Buggy.
Yeah.
Buggy's just probably there, like, hi guys.
Okay. So, who's drawing first?
You are.
Okay, I'll draw first.
You said it, so you do it.
So I'm Vaughn, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Are we all friends in this scene?
You just turned down my my hand of
Just
friendship.
Buggy.
Just
Oh.
Buggy.
I'm just Buggy. I'm
So
just happy
1,
to be here.
2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll draw for Buggy.
I would feel like Buggy wants to be everyone's friend.
Yeah. That's why Buggy should be final girl.
He looks at Count Chocula looks at Buggy. He's like, "Okay, before we get started, I need to know this because I have not met you yet. How do you feel about Cocoa Puffs?"
Oh, they're delicious.
Fuck you! And he makes a rival out of Buggy.
Oh no! Buggy just
Actually,
wants
Buggy probably
friends.
says, "Oh, they're magically delicious," and it's like, "Oh wait, wrong cereal."
Can't believe you like my competitor. Oh, no, we can't be friends. No, fuck you.
Nice.
All right. So then, who's drawing next? Adam.
Okay, I only get 2.
Okay.
2. Okay.
And now Nate.
Next.
This is not the showdown that I thought was going to happen, but the showdown that we
I'll
needed.
chocolate J buggy in the head.
Get the bot.
All you catch it.
Oh yeah, I have my first card and then my 2 rivalries. Fuck.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah. And so you're attacking me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
That's a 9.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, well, you're only attacking one person. I see 3 cards on the table.
We didn't see that.
Yeah. All right. So you're playing a Jack.
Yeah. You see as Abe goes for Vaughn, Vaughn just kind of like dodges out of the way, and just kind of like takes off his like engagement ring and like puts it on one of the like crossbow arrows from earlier and just like spins it.
That's pretty cool.
All of this, by the way, since I lit the woods on fire, is backlit by flames surrounding this clearing.
Oh no, my Tesla!
Yeah.
My
Lucky
lithium
like
iron battery!
He like fire form.
Vaughn's gonna then, or not. Abraham Lincoln is gonna then turn to Jay, be like, "You're an abomination," and then go to throw a stake in your direction.
You there?
You
All right.
Jay versus Jay.
Is it that Jack?
No,
I can't
I was
tell
just
who
discarding
went
a
down.
card.
Who put what down?
I put down a 5 of hearts.
Okay.
Okay. You have killed many vampires, but never a double vampire. And Queen of Clubs.
And then unfortunately,
No,
Count Chocula first sets his Tesla to like South Park somewhere because he sees all the fire. And then he goes, I had my fingers behind my back when I did the Predator handshake. And he shoved you in the way. And he puts out, I put down a 3 of spades.
I'm not surprised you are a serial betrayer as well.
I was very upset that you did not support my bid.
Oh no.
It's
I
hard
asked
to
you to
support
join
the
and you
man
said
that
no.
talks.
Honestly, the enemies to lovers of this situation, Count Chocula and Jay, is very good.
I didn't want to break it, bury it. I wanted you, Jay. God damn it.
All right. So he throws the stake at you. You feel like you've made it out of the way when your rival, Count Chocula, seems to come out of nowhere and pushes you instead directly into the line of fire. And Abe just stands there and watches as you crumble before turning to dust. And he says, "All abominations must be cleansed. The best thing about the future is that it comes only one day at a time." And he turns, this time to face Count Chocula.
Oh no! I didn't think this through.
All right, I haven't drawn yet, but I'm just rereading the rules. So I have to go until only one character is alive, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
It's 2 survivor points. Yeah. What do the survivor points do?
You can replace a card in your hand with another one.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, you're like loaded.
Vaughn, hey, look, Vaughn slept around.
All right. I'm ready to draw. I drawed a 8.
I use my survivor point and I discard the 7 of spades and I draw another card. And it is a 10 of diamonds.
Oh.
Very good.
Except Buggy decides to mess with you because you said we were rivals.
Buggy!
And it's like, you know what? Buggy likes cereal, but yours just doesn't hold up.
Buggy
Oh,
coming
no.
in!
So
Buggy, sabotage.
the way Abe was attacking was since Count Chocula had come closer to push Jay into the line of fire, Abe was just gonna take his really long arm and overhead stab into Count Chocula. So how did you affect that?
Well, first Count Chocula dodges the first hit and then he bursts into, like, instead of doing bursting into bats, he bursts into like the things that you clip off of the cereal boxes in like elementary school. It's just a bunch of those. He ends up next to Buggy, where Buggy does what?
And Buggy just looks at you like, no, I don't want your cereal. I got Lucky Charms. And pushes you.
Just back into the same spot.
Vampires move really fast, so it seems like Abe is moving in slow motion. But all of that happened before he even hit the ground. They're crushing Count Chocula from the top of his head down, all the way to the floor. And he says, "I can't believe you would turn on a friend like that. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships."
Damn.
He disintegrates into like chocolate powder, and his like Tesla Model-esque key fob like just flies through the air and like lands right next to Vaughn.
And Abe
Buggy.
then turns to Buggy.
No, Buggy.
"I thought I got you once, but I see the same methods won't work on you like it works on these." And so he pulls out a revolver.
A gun. A gun on Buggy. No.
A gun.
And he goes to shoot Buggy. Ignore me discarding these cards. Alright, and this is gonna be my card. Oh. 4. Ooh.
Good.
The revolver jams. Thus
Natural.
causing Abe to jump back. Tosses the revolver to the side, frustrated. All right, and then I can target either of you, right?
Or both, yeah.
Or both.
Both, yeah. How did Buggy go down as final girls?
Vaughn and Buggy. The X and Buggy.
Buggy. Yeah, it's literally the X ... and Buggy.
Both of these make sense in the story too. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Count
yeah, 'cause I
Chocula,
wanted
Jay.
to
Oh,
Body vampire.
Abe is going to start glowing green again as he calls upon the powers, and a holy light is going to shine down upon him, and from the sky will fall a golden axe, much larger than Abe's size. And Abe will try to he'll look at both of you, and he'll make a swing with his axe towards Vaughn, but then a spectral axe comes off of it and goes towards Buggy as if he's slamming both of them at the same time.
Green flame blade.
What in the Bloodborne?
Oh,
And I'm gonna try to kill both of you.
Okay. You see Vaughn as this happens, in this like whirlwind of flame and kind of like in the moment you hear kind of Vaughn shouting over at Buggy, the ritual circle. We have to finish the ritual circle. It's the only way to stop him. And then you hear Vaughn yell at the vampire hunter, just be like, Vix was a better lover than you ever will be.
Oh no! All right.
Buggy's just marveled and amazed at the spectral axe coming at them.
Vix, this is for you.
All right. Oh no!
Okay, I feel good about this. Come on, Buggy, what you got? Okay.
Jack.
8.
Terrible card. I drew a 2, by the way, and they got a jack and an 8.
Yeah.
So not having practiced this spell before, both the giant oversized hammer and the spectral hammer miss. And what do you both do?
I feel like Vaughn would have noticed Buggy just standing there amazed at the spectral axe and probably like, get the hell down.
Yeah.
Push Buggy.
You see as Vaughn like brings Buggy down and just like brings you closer and says, "Look, you're the best of us, Buggy. You're the only one here that deserves to live. Don't worry about me and my revenge of my ex. You, Buggy. You're the only one that can complete this ritual circle. And you can help me defeat Abe Lincoln, my ex. Who's not actually Abe Lincoln, is a method actor. It's very strange. It was a weird relationship. But you, Buggy. You're all we have. You're it."
You have one wild night. Jeez.
Right. Oh. Abe's frustrated now. There's flames are encroaching on the clearing that they're all in. He's like, fuck it. From his seemingly limitless pockets of his coat, he pulls out a stick of dynamite.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So method.
He lights it on the armor on his arm because he's suddenly wearing armor. Yes, and throws it towards the both of you, hoping to explode you in the flames of the forest, attacking both of you again.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right.
Let's do this.
Damn it!
Oh my
I got
god.
a 2. Again.
I have a king.
Okay.
Oh, you're out of
I
cards
have.
there.
I have.
I'm out of cards now, so if anything else
queen.
happens to me,
I have a queen.
Alright. Well, the dynamite sails above both of you. Abe Lincoln can't throw for shit. And instead explodes behind both of you, making you look really cool with the explosion behind you. I'll bet you're unaffected. Do you try to get away?
Vaughn's here. Yeah, Vaughn.
I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm looking at Vaughn like I'm just gonna be here.
Yeah.
All right. Realizing that his arsenal is not working the way he intended, he's instead going to go for close combat. And sees on the ground some of that one pizza slice that had fallen off of the window earlier. It's still there, a little charred. Picks it up, reaches for one of the wooden stakes that he had thrown and missed before, grabs that, uses that 10-foot teleportation skill he got, and teleports right behind both of you. And shoves the garlic in Vaughn's mouth while stabbing Buggy at the same time. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
What happens when I don't have cards anymore? Do I just draw from the
I
top of
don't
the
know.
deck?
What is it? Does it say anything?
I remember there was something. Let's see.
In a weird way, I'm like, this feels very poetic. I'm okay with Buggy dying.
A
in
real
a scenario
showdown. Like,
that.
an actual showdown. Oh. Yeah, if someone's targeted and they're out of cards, the killer gets to, the killer kills them.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Like,
think?
let me read this carefully. The player or players who have been targeted must play a card that is a higher rank than the killer's card. If they don't have one that beats the killer card, or if they're out of cards, the killer gets them and narrates their demise. So yeah, if you're out of cards, you die. If you get targeted.
Vaughn, you have a chance of hopefully living.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Buggy not
So-
final girl.
So you see, okay, now Finn is trying to be like, how is this gonna work? Okay. Basically, you see Vaughn, like, bites into the garlic and just, like, spits it out on the ground, and tries to kind of, bump you away and says, you leave Buggy out of this. And is gonna use a card for Buggy. And I use both of my cards. The only two I have left in my hand. I have an ace of spades and a king for Buggy.
No.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
It's so poetic and romantic.
It's very poetic. Yeah.
I'm the most ineffective killer.
It's the final scene. It's the
That's
showdown.
true. But what
Yeah.
happens when they're both out of cards? I'm just
Whoever
gonna
you
say
target
he-
The character must live in case of conquer, where all remaining players will be killed by the kill. The character with the high card survives, blood splattering, screaming. So,
No, I don't want this then. I switched.
yeah, I suppose it depends on.
Wait, no, but they didn't lose. So
Yeah.
this wouldn't
And
be
then
the
we
same.
won.
So yeah, there's two ways
Depends on
we
who you target.
doesn't have this scenario lined out, but whatever we could either do it by the tiebreaker right now, or you can target someone after this, and that person dies. So you either you choose or we do whatever just happened here.
Okay. No, I'll do one more scene.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. Seeing that happen. Ooh.
You can do a coin
That's
toss too,
That's right.
I
you can
know.
look me in the eye.
or you can draw a card. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I don't see who had what anymore. I was gonna say if you had different suits, so if it's like black, it could be that one. If it's red,
Yeah.
it could be that one.
I got this.
Okay, go for it.
Seeing that selfless act from Vaughn and seeing the feelings that Vaughn held to save Buggy. Abe is going to go for Buggy.
You know.
Of course.
That's a very X move. I will
Yeah.
say.
I respect
That's very good.
Of course he would.
it. Buggy looks at Abe like, I respect it.
Before Buggy gets away, he's going to go for one more stab. While he says to Vaughn, to ease another's heartache is to forget one's own.
Hmm.
and stab Buggy.
Buggy, no!
I didn't want to.
Buggy goes bye-bye.
No. Leaving Vaughn as the final girl.
You see,
so-
as Vaughn watches Buggy die, and kind of goes and like tries to like cradle the body, looking up to Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and just, you're a monster. You're a monster in a relationship, and you're a monster here. How dare you? And is gonna get out a gun. And is gonna point it towards Abe Lincoln. Not really Abe Lincoln, but my ex. And says, I knew it was always gonna be me who was gonna assassinate you.
Who has killed the most character, or who has been piloting the most dead characters in the game?
I forgot to write it down whenever I died.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it was me though. Or maybe it
Jenny
wasn't.
Clinton died. Antonio died.
Okay, who was I piloting? Okay, I was Wolfie.
I think I only had 3.
I was
I wasn't in the first scene.
I wasn't in Jenny. I was who was I in the first scene? I was Delilah, so that was me. So that's 3. Was there anyone else? I don't remember. Wasn't bad.
Yeah. Mine was Jenny, mine was Antonio.
Oh yeah, I had 3.
I think I had 2. Yeah.
I had 3.
4.
Oh,
I'm not good at living.
Yeah, I had 2.
All right.
Technically, Buggy just died,
That
so
adds
that'd be
up
my
to
number
15.
4.
You got it.
So that would mean whoever has the most dead characters in front of them gets to narrate how the final confrontation with the killer plays out. Is he or she or it defeated? Does the surviving protagonist live? Is it a fake out ending? Take contributions and ideas from other players and give the movie a satisfying ending, and then let the credits roll.
but it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
I am open to what everyone suggests. I'll work it however everyone wants. Like, do we want Vaughn to live? Do we want this to end up being more of a they get back together situation in a weird way?
No, not at all.
Because my brain goes, romance in this situation just seems weird, but it could work.
Her heart lies with Vix. Vix Von Rub.
Vix Vaughn! Oh my god, that's funny. Yes.
What are we thinking? I'm open
I
to
feel like,
whatever.
I don't know. I feel like Abe Lincoln's gotta die. I feel like Vaughn should be like, yeah. I mean, it's my ex. You killed all my friends.
Yeah, I love
Turns
Vaughn.
out Vaughn was also John Wilkes Booth method actor in the past.
Oh
Yes!
god, I don't know if I want to go that dark. Oh,
Vaughn
jeez.
Wilkes
And here he is with the gun pointed at his head at the theater.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
He's an actual descendant.
Oh,
Vaughn Wilkes.
Jesus.
Vaughn Wilkes Booth.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You see like Vaughn killing vampire hunter Abe Lincoln, and then just like rides off on horseback.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, are you cool with him riding off in the Tesla?
Hey, don't forget about this.
In the Tesla.
The waft.
Goes in,
You smell the waft in the air of chocolate cereal hit your nose.
he goes and he picks up
Alright,
Vic along the way. Just you and me,
Yeah,
baby,
that's-
to the end of the world.
As mentioned, there's a ring of fire that encapsulates improvisational Abe Lincoln and ex-boyfriend Vaughn. Vaughn just looks at Lincoln, says, "You know, Abe, impressions suck." And he opens up his coat and just pulls out of nowhere a crossbow and just fires. And Abe doesn't just get hit in the chest; he gets hit in the head as well. Abe just looks at Vaughn stunned, like, "Oh my god!" Just it's about the most. I'm gonna make this funny. Gives out a very Keanu Reeves, and just completely falls like a tree in the woods. On, just looking at the carnage in front of him, it's out a sigh of relief. Notices the Count's Tesla keys in the ground. That smell of a wafting of nice chocolatiness. Picks it up, jumps over the flaming wall, finds the Tesla somehow intact, which is amazing.
It was so
and
hard.
changes the music to whatever was their personal preference, and then just speeds off into the distance as the headlights slowly get dimmer and dimmer as we fade to black.
Yes.
So I personally want to end it more with we can then jump back in and see Abe's hand slightly move off camera, and then it goes back to black.
Hey, we'll come back.
Yeah, it's like the end, question mark?
Final girl, too.
All right.
Electric Boogaloo.
And the last paragraph of the rulebook says, if anyone has any other ideas for how the ending could have or should have played out, please narrate your own ideas. These are the alternate endings on the special edition of the DVD.
That's funny.
So does anyone else have any alternate endings?
Alternate ending.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, Vaughn's alternate ending. This is the director's cut. You see as he is about to kill Abe Lincoln. He looks at all of his dead friends around him and looks over at Buggy and starts to laugh and chuckle. Clapped his hands. We did it, baby. You and me. We killed them all. All of them. I knew your plan was gonna work. We get all the best vampires. Count Chocula, Jay, Buffy. Bring them all here and kill them. Now it's you and me. We're on top. Nothing's gonna stop us. Abe, Vaughn, vampire hunters,
And a Tesla.
and a Tesla.
Dang.
That's really good.
Vaughn was a bad guy the whole time.
Oh, my.
Dang. The
Recently
twist.
bitten. Oh, guys, I just got recently bitten. Oh.
And
And there's
as
like
they-
subtle
as-
hints, like he doesn't look as pale as we do.
Huggy, gather everyone in one spot.
Gather everybody together. Buggy, get the message. The
great
only
alternative
vampire who's not a vampire. It's all in your
And
hands.
as they drive away and it fades to black, of course it ends on an Abe Lincoln in the black. And it says, "Do I destroy my enemies when I make them my friend?"
Very good.
Yes.
Narrated by like Harrison Ford.
I have nothing. That was great. That's
Who knows?
fantastic.
I have a post-credit scene for the people
Oh,
who
yeah?
wait in theater. Yeah.
Thanos.
So that whole happens. That quote plays in the theater. The credits go, and then you see from charred ground with charred twigs and charred trees. You see a hand twitch and move. And the camera follows the hand to up towards the body, laying face first in the grass. You can't really tell who it is, but the clothes look familiar. You see on the neck that bite mark that you saw on most of our characters in the story. And it's, I don't remember what he was wearing, but it would have been better if I did, but it's whatever Buggy was wearing. Coming
Like
back.
Buggy wasn't wearing anything.
Turned at the last minute.
Oh my god. Buggy, the vampire hunter.
So yeah, you
Great.
see his dead hand, and then a bug
Uh,
goes past, and he just grabs it.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, that's very
I
good.
have a meme like shit post like post credit scene
Yes.
That's so good.
Okay, it's like both. Like from the alternative ending, there's both the vampire hunters in the Tesla Model S, and they suddenly smell a little bit of like chocolatey, and kind of milky also. That they hear rumbling inside of the trunk. And then Vaughn looks behind like, what's that noise? What does this dude have in his trunk? And then the back seat comes down, and you see inside the trunk a coffin. And out comes Count Chocula. You don't get me in the hunt. When you die as a vampire, you spawn inside of your coffin. You all messed up.
No.
That's it. That's all. It's just a story.
I feel like
Dude.
in the DVD credits, you once the movie has ended, you go back to the start screen. There's the bonus material,
New Game
man.
Plus.
and then the bonus material is interviews with the cast of the movie. You see Bucky there, smoking a cigarette. He's like, yeah, they put me in so much makeup. I was in it for like 16 hours a day. Just has a juice box and like a fucking cigarette. Of just like how he's like older now. He's like a child actor.
It's like
Oh.
like the documentary of the movie.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, you know, me and Jay, we actually go way back. You know,
We go way like actually I
Way.
usually am on my back.
Yeah, you know, like I thought it was really funny that he put us in the movie like, as ourselves. You know, we've been doing this shtick for a long time. You know. And the thing about the bed was real, though. You know, like I actually did want him in my bed. I didn't want Frankenberry. But you know, it was because he was like going to college. You know, I actually just like supported him through that. We actually there was no bad blood between us.
I'm actually crying. It's so funny. All right. I'm good.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
This
We
is
made
fun.
a beautiful story.
This is very good.
Really
This was
did.
very fun.
I think it is getting late, so I
Yeah.
think that will bring us to the end of our game tonight.
It's really funny.
It was definitely a wild ride. I want to thank all of my guests in the cafe for joining me on this absolutely ridiculous game. But before we go, I do want to go around and let people tell the people where they can find you. Do you have anything you want to plug? Where can we catch you next? And we'll go in the same order. So I'll start with Adam.
Oh. Let's see. Nothing to plug, but all of you geeks, I guess I'll see you next time I'm Quell. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks a lot. It was great to meet all of you. Crazy how great that was, not knowing anyone here. Amazing.
All right. Finn, where can we find you?
Hi everybody, I'm Finn Pearson. I'm an illustrator and TTRPG content creator. I mostly do horror games and thrillers and Southern Gothic indie TTRPGs. I also am a creative director and DM and world builder for Oscuro Mythos. I have a show called Gravehaven, which is a Southern Gothic TTRPG show that is D&D 5e. So if you're interested in kind of Gothic horror, Southern Gothic, go over to Oscuro Mythos, OSCURO Mythos, MYTHOS. And you can follow me there and follow me on the internet at FinRP Earson. Isn't that fun? That's me.
Love it. All right. Kadget, you're up next.
I don't really have much for y'all to follow, because I've been, kind of off the internet for a while. But honestly, you could probably just follow my Twitch, as I'm in the chat right now, which is it's me.
I love it.
I'm gonna stream one day again. I've been leading up to it. It's been a while, but yeah, like just follow this account. So
Perfect.
otherwise, it's just mostly off of social media and stuff. So
And
yeah.
awesome. And Nate, take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Nate Bushman. I'm a photographer, occasional GM, and just overall creative, nerdy person, I guess. That's probably the best way to put it. If you want to find me online, Indie Nate, INDIE Nate, across socials, minus the one that's the letter that's this. Don't want to talk about it. It's bad, not a great site at the moment. Outside of that, actually I have a couple things coming up. On Sunday the 20th, this is going to sound ridiculous because it sounds ridiculous saying it in my head. I am in a Regency Cthulhu game that will be a one-shot, so it's Call of Cthulhu, but it's Regency era. It's amazing. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be on a channel called Lost Caravan RPG. It'll be a kind of morning stream for me on my end, so that'll be kind of funny. And then outside of that, on August 25th, over on the Initiative Order, I will be running my once-a-month Cyberpunk Red series that is basically following our Talsorian Games, the publisher's book, Tales of the Red, basically doing a one-shot a month from the book, different crew every month. It's been a wild ride. Last month was insane because it literally dealt with filming a movie in Night City. How timely can you get? Did not plan that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It happens every last Friday of every month at 6 p.m. PST. And that's me. I got other stuff, but not ready to talk about it yet.
Well, thank you all again. And thank you out there to everyone listening, everyone watching on YouTube, everyone in the chat for joining us here at Goodberry Cafe. I hope you've enjoyed your stay, and I hope you'll check us out when we return next week with Forging Fates. Forging Fates next week.
Yep.
I think so. Yes, which is our actual live play D&D show here on Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you'll join us back at the cafe next month as well. We're at the second Monday of the month. We'll be playing a new game, new cast. But until then, I also encourage you to follow and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to everyone's channels who just shared them here. And I love you all, and I hope you have a very good night.
The 22nd, we're interviewing Crit Awards.
Oh, and one more thing, one more announcement. On the 22nd, we are also interviewing the IVB from the Crit Awards to talk about the Crit Awards and how that all went down at Gen Con, and I want to hear all about them. It'll be our new show, Investigation Check. So be sure to check that out as well. Right. Thank you again, and have a wonderful night.
And you are...
Bye.